Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 8 of the Aluminum Screen. I am Emmett, as always, joined by the lovely
Brandon.
And we have a ton of news to talk about today. Some movies, some TV corner, as always. This has been an episode 3 hours in the making. We're finally able to go. We had some technical
We've
issues.
had a couple technical problems
a
here.
little Aluminum Screen road trip.
A little bit of a road trip.
And we are finally ready to go. Should we dive right into the movies or the news?
I say the news has the more fun thing to talk about with Doomsday being announced.
Yeah, so for this episode, I think news is the main segment.
Let's hit the Uno reverse card,
Do it.
and we'll hit the movies first.
Sounds good.
It's been 2 weeks since we last reconvened.
It has. I hope everyone enjoyed the little trivia draft episode.
If you didn't, womp womp. I don't know what to tell you.
Real bummer.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun.
So what have you been watching the past 2 weeks?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Succession. A lot of TV. Movies? You want to know how many movies I watched since the last time?
Yes.
2.
2?
I know. I've lost all credibility. Been playing games and watching TV like a madman this year.
Goodness.
And I've watched Snow White and Death of a Unicorn.
Wow.
Those are my 2 in the last 2 weeks.
I've seen 8 since we last recorded. Yes, 9.
Hell yeah.
I went to a secret screening after we recorded. Saw the Penguin Lessons.
Oh, that's fun.
It was all right.
A lot of Penguin movies.
Yeah.
It was the one last year, My Penguin Teacher.
I think Big Penguin is pushing it.
I think so. And you know what?
That's two about teachers and penguins.
Yeah, it's weird. I thought this was a sequel when I first saw the stand-up thing in the movie theater.
Yeah. No, it was just some guy found a penguin. I don't know.
Very similar to Penguin Teacher.
This guy also a teacher.
What's the name of this one?
The Penguin Lessons.
Okay, yeah. So the other one was the Penguin Teacher, I think. That's wild.
And then on the plane down to Florida, I watched Adventureland.
Oh, I just watched that for the first time a couple months ago.
Unfortunately, I did not love it as much on a rewatch.
Oh, wow.
I still liked it a lot, but I was like, yeah, I definitely see the problems more now.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a very vibe movie.
Yeah. Maybe not the type to watch on an airplane.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a bad call.
That's fair.
But I think I recovered on the return flight. I watched Moneyball for the first time on the way up.
Oh, first time?
First time.
Nice.
I feel like that's a movie that's great to watch on a plane.
That is my dad's favorite ever, I think.
Wow.
He watches it multiple times a year.
It's a great
movie. That
movie.
and The Martian.
The Martian is a great movie.
He watched The Martian once a week for a little while there. Every time I walked out of my room, it is.
And then I also saw Snow White.
Oh, you did? I wasn't sure you did. That's exciting.
Got around to it. I don't know if I'd use the word exciting.
That's true. What were your thoughts?
I gave it 1.5.
Fair.
And the 1 star was for Rachel Zegler.
Yeah.
If not, it would have been a 1/2 star.
Yeah,
it was just disgusting to look at. It was really boring.
Yeah.
And I just hated all of it.
Yeah.
The songs weren't that fun.
I really like Whistle While You Work and the When You Wish one at the very start.
Yeah.
But from that first song, all downhill from there. But I really love Grace Randolph had a fantastic review of the movie, sums it all up perfectly. Have you seen this?
I haven't.
Then that didn't happen. She says
that was Grace texting in her review.
Yeah, exactly. She says, talking about Gal Gadot, she can't sing, she can't act, she even has trouble just standing there. And
that's pretty accurate.
It is so perfect. Every time she turns around in this ridiculous Michael Keaton Batman-esque suit where she can't turn her neck, I was losing my mind.
I said no.
When did you get so
opinionated?
Yeah, she was the worst part. I gave it 2 stars. It was slightly better than what I was expecting. I don't know. I'm a Disney sucker, so I'm probably a little more lenient just because.
I thought I would be as well. I just went to Disney.
That's true.
Actually.
That's true.
I'm a Disney shill, and I'm also a Rachel Zegler shill.
Yeah, I will defend Rachel Zegler until my last breath.
This didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I can't blame you. A couple things I did like. I liked the animal designs, how they were a little cartoony.
I'll say the hedgehog on the book in the very beginning.
Yeah,
cutest little guy I've ever seen.
He was cute. The Little Mermaid had an issue with Flounder was just a fish to the point where kind of creepy looking.
Yeah.
But I like the deer had big eyes. The animals looked a good mix of the two.
Mm.
I appreciated that. The dwarves were pretty creepy.
The dwarves were terrifying.
When spoiler alert for the movie Snow White.
Yeah.
When Dopey talks at the end, guy in my theater goes, "What the shit?" Grown man with his little daughter there.
Did you know who voiced Dopey?
Andrew Barth Feldman.
Yeah, I didn't find that out until way after.
When we left, I said to my girlfriend, I was like, it's either Josh Gad or Andrew Barth Feldman. And I knew Andrew Barth Feldman like had something to do with it. I think that's the only reason I went there.
Right.
But he sounded a lot like Josh Gad.
Yeah, I was just like, that voice sounds familiar, but I can't place it. And then I found out it was Andrew Barth Feldman. I was like, oh no. He's innocent as well.
So he is innocent.
He didn't do anything. And then I watched a couple more. I saw The Assessment.
Okay.
Elizabeth Olsen, Nimish Patel movie.
Ooh.
It was pretty interesting. The ending didn't really do it for me, but I had a good enough time with it.
Nice.
Then I saw the new Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth
hell
Blew Up,
yeah.
in an entirely empty theater. I was the only
so
one
sad.
in there.
That is my favorite movie of the year.
I gave it 3 stars.
3 stars?
I liked it. I didn't love it.
No, that's fair. You're missing a couple, but
I wasn't laughing as much as I wanted to.
I was surprised with how much I was, but I had like a packed theater kind of thing, and everyone was laughing.
It's very different.
I feel like that enhances it a little bit.
My favorite bit though was the one where the guy stands up.
The Megalopolis.
They're like, the duck? No way. Who greenlit this? And he leaves. But it was awesome. I think double funny to me because I was like, I know nobody else is in here. So not even for half a second did you trick me, duck.
Yeah, there were some really funny bits in there. I love the Farmer Jim.
Farmer Jim.
Oh my God, he's like 1 FPS the whole time, and then he gets this beautiful 60 frames a second turnaround. Every time he was there, I was losing it.
He was great. And then I saw Death of a Unicorn, which we can talk about if you...
Kind of our main movie for this week. But
yeah, I guess it's the main movie. Not an exciting week.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing.
Yeah, nothing...
My opinion.
But we're about to enter, like April 4th, we're kind of entering the movie year.
Yeah,
there's
movies
been a
are
lot.
Starting to come out.
Yeah, movies are starting. I need to lock in now because stuff's actually happening.
We've got a Minecraft movie.
The hit movie of the year.
Chicken Jockey.
Flint and Steel. I am addicted to saying all of those. I'm fully sold on the Minecraft movie. I'm seeing it Thursday. I'm so excited, genuinely. Warfare comes out, right?
Yeah,
I think
Warfare,
this week. The Finn Wolfhard summer camp horror movie, which I'm really excited about. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. A little cross promo with the Rizzler.
Oh, I did see that.
It's awesome.
I hope the Rizzler has like a post-credit scene.
Incredible. Oh, really quick. This is our last episode before the Minecraft movie. What is your prediction for the 2 post-credit scenes that are confirmed?
I saw that there was only one.
There's a mid-credit and a post. One's a gag, one's not.
I think the gag is going to be... I honestly don't know. I can't even think of it.
Like, what do you set up in a
Because everything in the trailer is already so dumb. I can't think of something dumb that they would be like as a little treat.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get like, I don't know, who's like the most famous Minecraft? Maybe they'll have Dream come out.
They are doing a lot of like YouTubers in there.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have.
I don't know if they'll do Dream specifically.
Oh my gosh, maybe they'll have Captain Sparkles perform his song.
He did the interviews at the premiere.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, my theory's looking good.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm betting second post credit scene is like a 1-to-1 to the Minecraft movie. I mean, yeah, to the Mario movie where it's an Ender Dragon egg instead of a Yoshi egg. Unless they do the end in this one.
Or maybe it's just the exact same one from the. Like
Yoshi's coming to Minecraft.
Again. Yeah,
that would be awesome. Or Mario shows up.
Ooh.
Smash Bros. Initiative.
Oh,
I'll talk about that more in news. Actually,
yeah, you're very into this.
I'm so
initiative.
Even without, we'll get to this later. But even without like a Smash Bros. Movie, the fact we're doing Nintendo movies, I'm like, you know, the Toy Story where Andy's throwing away Woody's like, I don't want to play with you anymore. Yeah. That's me to everything else. That's me to Marvel. That's me to DC. I'm all in.
You're over it.
I'm all in. All right, Death of a Unicorn.
Death of a Unicorn. Before we get to the excitement of a Minecraft movie, we've got the midness of Death of a Unicorn.
True. I like Death of a Unicorn more than
liked
you,
it. I think if I rewatched it, I wouldn't like it.
That's fair. What did you give it?
I gave it 3.
I gave it 3.5. I'm normally a little bit. I'm always just a little higher than you most of the time.
I thought it was good. I think Will Poulter and Anthony Carrigan carried all of the comedy in it.
Yeah, we should just do spoilers.
Yeah,
first, right?
Spoilers.
We'll go
we haven't seen Death of a Unicorn.
I don't think we'll talk about it super long. I could add a timestamp, but I feel like I'm going to forget. So just skip a little bit. I'll try and remember. Yeah. So basic premise after saying spoilers, so everyone who's here presumably has seen it. Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, father-daughter, they're heading to his work kind of retreat thing. He's meeting the family to see if he can be like a chairman or some sort of promotion.
He's going to be like the next guy at the company.
Like a pharmaceutical company. So he's meeting Will Poulter. It's
Richard E. Grant.
Richard Grant.
And Tia Leone.
Okay. Yeah, and so Paul Rudd on the way there hits a unicorn. And I was never clear on why he put it in the car. That made no sense.
Yeah, that was also confusing.
I
guess because they would see the unicorn, but then...
But, you're bringing it there?
Yeah, that was confusing.
I found this movie quite upsetting. Just because I hate anything happening to, any creature or little guy.
Yeah.
Oh, when they shot the unicorn in the head?
Yeah,
I was pretty upset. And they were like, I found a lot of this upsetting. I can't lie.
I thought a lot of the unicorn kills were pretty fun.
Yeah, me too. And
some of the CGI was pretty wonky.
It got rough.
But
I liked a lot of the unicorn kills. The last couple, I was like, all right, how many times can you do a horn?
Yeah.
I get that there's not much to do.
Yeah, when she's looking through the bookcase, I'm like, okay.
And then as that's happening, Paul Rudd is pressed up against the door, and I'm like, Paul, you've seen 4 people get...
Yeah.
He knows the unicorn's right outside.
This guy's got no survival instinct.
100%. My biggest complaint with the movie is, so Jenna Ortega figures out, pretty much immediately what's going on.
Right.
No one believes her because she's an artsy college student, and they're all, the rich, whatever. The themes in this movie on the nose, but I found them, I thought it was pretty fun. Just because, they're, not only are they evil, they're really dumb.
Yeah.
Which, I like a lot. Will Poulter, towards the end, he tries to tie the unicorns up, and he can't even tie the knot right, and they immediately break free. Thought that was really funny. But Jenna Ortega figures it out immediately, looking at old art history. Unicorns have been around forever. You capture them, then they get mad. Whole big thing. She figures that out, so she's like, we have to return the child to them, and they'll be happy. So they return the child. The unicorns look at the child, and then they're not happy. Clearly because the horn.
Right.
It really, and I thought, and Paul Rudd, we see him kind of look at the horn thing, and we know he's going to take it.
Yeah.
So I thought he figured that out, but he didn't, and then he just kind of runs around with the horn for a while.
Yeah.
And then Jenna Ortega's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I really thought this would work. How is no one figuring this out?
That was just really a group of 5 of the dumbest people.
Yeah, exactly. That I thought Richard Grant's kill was great.
Yeah, that one was pretty fun.
That one was good. He thinks he's just he's like, surely this thing will bow down to me. Yeah, exactly. He thinks he's him. Will Poulter's death was pretty fun. I don't know if I loved the cop ending. I thought
the cop ending was very weird.
I thought it was the unicorns are gonna run by, so the cop can say that they saw them too, but they're just gonna kill the cop.
Oh no, I was like, these unicorns are killing the cop right now.
Oh yeah,
sure. But I was just like, okay, I don't know. I don't know if it was neat. And I thought Anthony Carrigan was building up to a big moment. Yeah,
of standing up for himself and standing up.
Left.
He left, which I guess is his moment. And I thought Paul Rudd was building up to a bigger quitting moment, which he quits and then later on kills Will Poulter. So I guess that's the big.
Yeah.
I thought it also would have been cool if they didn't bring Paul Rudd back to life. I saw it coming, and I like it for what it's saying because he became a better person and everything. It's all his fault.
Yeah, I was just like, all right. Wrap it up.
Yeah, and I like how the unicorns, they expunge the darkness literally and become white. I liked a lot of it.
I will say, I don't know if you noticed this, but in the movie theater, I turned to my girlfriend and I was like, what the hell just happened here? Because it was pitch black out.
Oh my God,
when Paul Rudd is running around.
You can see the windows. And
you can see outside and it's pitch black out. It's the middle of the night. And then the next shot, they're outside and it's midday.
It's not even
the sun is just 100%. Rising. It's noon.
It's that really I'm so glad you said that.
I turned to my girlfriend. I'm like, did I just black out for a scene? What happened?
It wasn't even at least, if the sun's coming up, we can infer. But this was 8 hours went by in the time of him opening this door.
Yeah, literally, he's like, I'm gonna go run away, and then we see him run outside, and then it's bright out. I was like, what? Did they just not care? How does that get through editing?
That was pretty wild.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
I've seen a lot of people say that this is another rough outing for A24 this year.
Yeah, Opus, which I still haven't seen, to be fair.
Was
Even outside of critically, it did very poorly at the box office.
Yeah.
Like, not only are their movies not really received super well, they're really, like, not doing well at all.
Yeah. I think they're also not marketing that
definitely.
much because I think they're spread so thin.
Definitely. And I mean, there's still like not like A24 is like Disney where they can just put out all this money for marketing.
Right.
And I think this has always been their strategy. We're just seeing they're just upping it where like they throw out a ton of stuff, some lands, some doesn't.
And I think more people are more aware of the A24 brand.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Now they're like, and people have this concept built up in their head of an A24 movie, what it means.
Yeah.
But they're just a distribution company.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's like they're just buying
A24, my favorite director, A24. Yeah, now they're kind of switching more towards like doing kind of brand IP stuff, which makes sense to like make the money and then do their fun
stuff.
Barney
movie.
They're making the Barney movie. They're doing the Friday the 13th show.
Yeah.
Other stuff probably. Interesting.
Yeah, but their movie's not doing well at the box office. What
Anything
is
else?
doing well at the box office right now is another movie I saw, the Princess Mononoke 4K re-release in IMAX.
I had a ticket and forgot to cancel the ticket when I didn't go.
Oh, so hey, but you still supported it, so that's fine.
Yeah, so true.
Man, it was incredible. I think it's my new favorite Ghibli.
I've never seen Mononoke, so
it was so good. Also, I will pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
About like 2 minutes, maybe not 2 minutes, a couple scenes into meeting a certain character, I was like, "Is that Minnie Driver?" And it was.
Really?
Yeah.
How old?
Goodness.
Like a genuine child?
No, the movie came out in 1997.
Oh, okay.
But I was just like, I can't believe that I sniped Minnie Driver's voice.
That is impressive.
I think because I had just seen her in The Assessment.
Oh, it's
an actress, Minnie Driver.
I thought it was Adam Driver and he was young, so you were calling him Minnie Driver.
Minnie Driver is an actress.
What
she
is
was
she
in Good Will Hunting.
Okay. I don't know her off the top of my head. I thought you were doing a bit about a young Adam Driver.
I was like, how old? I was like, I don't know.
Awesome.
I'm not sure how old Minnie Driver is.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, Princess Mononoke, good movie.
I gotta get on it. I gotta get on it.
Yeah.
So awesome that we started a movie podcast and I'm not watching movies.
Yeah.
Would have been killing it last year, but here we are.
And then last night, finally finished up the Infinity Saga on my MCU rewatch.
Hell yeah.
Watched Spider-Man Far From Home.
Stinker.
Wrong. You're so wrong. I will say, I don't think... I used to think Far From Home was the best Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
It's not insane.
It's insane. It is the worst live-action Spider-Man movie.
Incorrect.
And it's not close.
There's two amazing Spider-Man movies, and
one's the best and one's in the middle.
That's so wrong.
It's not.
Yeah. Phillips needle drop doesn't save it.
Far From Home is we should do a whole episode on it.
We will.
Far From Home is not like even the only saving grace is Mysterio.
Yeah, but Mysterio's so cool.
He is. Mysterio's great.
Everything
else sucks. It makes everyone so dumb. Everyone's dumb. Peter Parker's the dumbest man alive.
Yeah.
And then there's that weird thing with what's his name, Brad?
Yeah.
And then there's the bit where like
I hate everything with Brad.
Peter's getting changed with the older woman and it's like Brad walks in. I don't like that.
They never explained who that lady was. I don't know why why was it her?
The guy's chameleon.
Oh, really?
Driver, yeah.
But apparently Chameleon, that's a bit of news.
Yeah, that's true.
Chameleon might be the new villain for Spider-Man 4, which I'm down for.
And that's your dream come true.
Fred Heshinger?
Oh my! Well, apparently they won't use the name the Chameleon because of Kraven, is what one of those reports said.
Oh my god!
Which is insane.
What are they gonna do?
I just call
the Disguise Man.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's like a rights issue. They have both. It's ridiculous.
It's so dumb.
I'm not convinced. I hope it's Chameleon because that means it's like a fun, grounded thing, which I'm okay with.
I need a fun, grounded thing.
I'm accepting both of them.
But yeah,
I no longer think Far From Home. And you like Far From Home
because I don't like the Europe stuff.
That's the whole movie.
No. Hang on. You gotta listen. You gotta understand.
There's like one scene in New York and it's at the end.
I know, and I hate that.
No, the swing scene's good.
The swings? No. I'm not saying that I hate the swing scene. I'm saying I hate that there's only one scene in New York. I hate that it's in Europe, but I just got to be like, all right, John Watts is taking me on a trip across Europe, which absolutely sucks.
A dream come true.
No sense.
John Watts taking me on a trip.
Yeah, I don't know why they said it in Europe. There's no need to do it.
And I don't even think it's a bad idea to like take Spider-Man to a different country. But like,
I disagree.
I don't think it's
Spider-Man. They can't just have Tom Holland be the only Spider-Man in New York for a full movie. In Homecoming, he's got to go to Washington for no reason at all.
Yeah, but see, that's what I don't mind because it's a quick bit.
Yeah, I don't mind that as much, but like you could have easily set that at like the Empire State Building.
Yeah, but I think I like that because I think it's new to see him at a different monument. Like it's fun. It's quick. He doesn't spend the whole movie there.
Yeah, I think it's much better to go on a month-long trip across Europe, and then he ends up in a Dutch jail. That's fun.
No, it's not.
It's not fun.
It's not good.
I don't like the Europe stuff. I don't know why they put him there, but the Mysterio stuff is so cool that I'm just like, I don't care where this is.
Mysterio stuff is good. The red and black suit's my favorite.
That is my favorite. It's my favorite Tom Holland
incredible suit.
And then he gets the ugliest suit ever in No Way Home.
Yeah.
Sucks. I saw a TikTok the other day that made me very angry.
What was
because
it?
There was like me and my friends like different Marvel opinions. It was like their favorite movie. Her friend had, no disrespect, some of the worst opinions ever. I mean, like one of her 2 favorite Marvel movies was Black Widow, which I like Black Widow more than most people.
I think Black Widow's fine, yeah.
Having it as one of your top 2 is crazy.
A little wild.
Yeah. They had a lot of hot takes in there that I disagree.
That's fair.
But they had I think they had a whole like favorite suit, like not just Spider-Man.
All of them?
Like all their like favorite suits. They like got to pick 2, and they picked the Spider-Man suit from No Way Home.
Ooh, the like hybrid?
Yeah, with the gold. Yeah.
Suck. That one is.
I was like, oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
It's also, oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that upsets me on a deep level.
Yeah. But, finish the Infinity Saga.
Nice.
Time to watch Black Widow next.
Nice. I like Black Widow.
I like Black Widow.
I haven't rewatched it.
Elena's in it. I haven't rewatched it. I've only seen it once.
So when it first came out, it was the first like in theaters and Disney Plus one.
Post-COVID.
Saw it in theaters. Immediately got it on Disney Plus and watched it like 2 or 3 times because I was just so excited to have a new Marvel new Marvel movie. Yeah. And haven't seen it since. I don't know how much I'll like it on a rewatch, but I'll get there.
I don't know if I'll like it. I'm already not looking forward to starting it and having to hear that horrible cover of
That's
the
one of the best opening bits in like as far as the opening like intro goes for an MCU movie.
You're misunderstanding.
Just the song?
Just the song.
See, I don't know the
song.
So I don't really.
That's fair. But I'm just like, oh man. Frame. It's just like weird choice to do a cover. It's just a weird choice to do a cover of a famous song.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like a well-known song. Like you're Disney, you could buy the rights to the song.
Yeah.
DC did it.
True.
They bought a Nirvana song.
It
rocked.
That's true.
But that's what I watched in these 2 weeks I was away.
Damn, yeah, I've just got those 2. One before Snow White, Electric State. I'm on an all-time run.
You're on a stinker run.
I'm on a stinker run.
I think now's a good time to jump into the news. I will say, though, with my vacation, I've fallen behind pace. I'm no longer at a movie a day right now.
Oh, man. You'll catch up.
I've only seen 87 movies this year. Such a fraud.
Oh, my God. That's at this time last year, I was almost in triple digits.
Yeah.
This year, 44.
Man.
I know.
There's just too much TV this year.
There's a lot of TV.
There's a lot of good TV out. And there's still more to come. Andor's coming. I might watch season 1 of it.
I got to watch season 1 of Andor.
You've never seen it?
In the first couple episodes so many times.
Wow.
It's never done it for me.
Yeah.
I would like to lock in for.
That's going to start after Daredevil Born Again ends, which I've now started.
Let's talk about that
the first 2 episodes.
I'm really loving it. I don't want to, we could jump into Daredevil.
We'll jump into the first 2 episodes.
Yeah,
Very
I'm not going to spoil it.
Coverage here.
Yeah,
Daredevil
right on
Born
the dot.
Again. I'll catch up by the finale.
Yeah, definitely. We'll do a big finale episode, and I think that'll be. Okay, never mind.
2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3, I think.
Yeah. I've just got a couple notes here. I thought the opening rocked.
And keep in mind, this is someone who hasn't seen the original.
Yes, I haven't seen. I've seen maybe 2 to 4 episodes of the first season of Daredevil on Netflix. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But the opening rocked. I loved Daredevil fighting Bullseye. That was so sick. I love how they both were just like 2 guys that were like absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
After like 30 seconds of fighting.
I love Bullseye just killing people as he's going.
Yeah.
He's just throwing knives at women's throats. He's just like, it's so brutal.
Bullseye was really cool, and I was about to be very upset when he threw him off the roof. I was like, no way they're killing.
Yeah.
I also thought that the Foggy death was done. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I know. I spoiled it for you a long time ago.
I thought that the Foggy death was done really well.
Yeah,
I thought him trying to like breathe was like, oh, and his last heartbeat being heard by Daredevil.
The whole fight, you just hear his heart.
Yeah.
Background.
I thought Deborah Ann Wall, Karen.
Yeah.
I thought she was awesome.
She's great.
And then she like left though very shortly into the season.
Yeah.
I'm like, is she gonna come back? Because I hope so.
Yeah. Do you want me to answer that?
Yes.
She hasn't yet, but she will.
Okay.
Because so they did the whole reshoot thing, and she wasn't part of it. So for like the bulk, I think it's like 6 episodes were like redone, but not fully. But I think these last like 3 or 4 are fully new, so she'll be back for those. Okay. I think something like that.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, she's
like,
great.
She's awesome.
She is. She's
like I was like, she's only in like 3 scenes, but every scene she's in, I'm like, she's awesome. And like her chemistry with Charlie Cox is so good.
I'm gonna try not to say this too much while talking about it, but you should watch the original Daredevil.
I was thinking this when I was watching it. I was like, I want to. It made me want to watch the original show.
I think this new show is really good, and it, like compared to other Marvel Disney Plus shows, it's like it should win like 7 Oscars. Not even not even an Emmy.
It does feel the most like a TV show.
Yeah, 100%, which I really appreciate. But I do think it's missing Karen and Foggy. Like I think you can. It might just be because I'm so used. Yeah,
for a certain reason.
I think it's missing. Yeah, I think it's missing. You can feel the lack of Karen, and there's new characters, but I don't think they ever really get to the heights of.
One of the new characters, played by T.J. Soprano.
James
Gandolfini's son.
Yes, Michael Gandolfini.
Yes,
I met him.
Really?
I did.
I'm a big fan of him already after 2
He's
episodes.
really good. He's really fun.
I'm like, this guy's such a slime ball.
He's super fun in the show. He's just doing his.
Yeah.
He's like in I think it's the first episode of the second where he just interrupts Fisk's meeting and he's like, "Hey, sir.
Yeah.
I think you don't listen to her."
Yeah. It rocked. It was so good. Also, I was a little bit. I'll say this. I don't know if this is a hot take, and you've seen the original Daredevil show, obviously, so I don't know if there's more of an attachment. Vincent D'Onofrio is Kingpin.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that guy's voice.
What?
The voice is so irritating to me.
Oh, that is a hot take. That is such a hot take.
Like, every time I'm like, dude, like, clear your throat.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like, I'm like, because it's so obvious that like he's putting on a voice.
Yeah, but I feel like that kind of works.
I know. I mean, after a while, I kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
But every time, like when he showed up in Hawkeye, I was like, oh.
Well, that's a whole.
And then he showed up in Echo, and I was like, oh, I forgot how annoying his voice is.
Yeah, I just choose to pretend that he wasn't in those.
Well, that's fair enough, but I don't know. His voice just.
No, I don't think that's that crazy.
I think because I just prefer Liev Schreiber's voice from Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe I just prefer the TikTok where it's like it's about the Mets. Let's go, baby! Hit a home run. Love the Mets. I don't. Oh yeah, the diner scene. What were we doing with the lighting?
I know it's a really good scene too. Like it's just.
I wish I could see it.
I mean, a lot of the show is pretty.
Yeah.
In terms of.
Lighting.
Like that first fight with Bullseye is incredible, but it doesn't look.
It doesn't look great.
Every time we're like on the city, like in the sky, on top of a roof or something, and you see the city in the background, rough.
Yeah.
Pretty rough.
Yeah.
I've come to accept it though. I don't know. I shouldn't probably.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, those are the only thoughts I wrote down. I guess I didn't write anything down for the second episode.
Nice.
I did like the White Tiger guy so
far. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to hear more of your thoughts. I don't say literally anything.
Doesn't have his magic amulet.
Oh, I love that. That's something I really appreciate is how like Daredevil's just fully like the show is in the MCU, but they'll be like the incident in New York talking like
they never directed fully tie it in.
But now he's like, yeah, well, he didn't have his magic amulet, so like it's just we're fully in there. Yeah. This is what the world would be like. I like that a lot.
I'm excited to see how the show touches on the cops with the Punisher tattoos and stuff. I know Punisher is in it. Excited to see it. Haven't seen the Punisher show either.
Oh my god!
But I'm a big fan of John Bernthal.
Yeah,
and I'm a big fan of the clip of him going, "Hell, I loved it." So I'm excited to see him come back.
Hell yeah, that's. And
perfect. Also the clip of him going, "No, wait."
All of his greatest hits.
So I feel like I've seen the show because I've seen those two.
Those are the
clips.
most important parts.
Yeah. And I know the Thing is in it as well.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about Daredevil. Yeah. That's who he's in Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, that would be actually crazy. The Thing dies in Fantastic Four.
He is really good at. You should watch at least the first season of Punisher at some point.
I probably will once I get into Daredevil, like the original Daredevil.
Dude, stuff in. Oh my god. Oh my god! It's
I'm excited
so good.
I'm excited to get further into.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear your thoughts as the season goes on.
And that's all I've got really.
Nice. Should we get into news?
I guess it's time to get into the news.
So last week we did a trivia thing. So we are kind of jumping into 2 weeks of news here.
Yeah, a little catch up.
Try to only do the kind of important stuff, and then we'll build up to the big news. That'll be kind of the big episode.
Does it get 5 booms or 5 dooms?
It gets 5 hours of booms.
Oh yeah.
All right. First up, this actually came out during our last episode. Colin Farrell is not officially Sergeant Rock, but it's looking like that's where they're going.
Yeah.
We've been through a lot of Sergeant Rock updates on this podcast.
Sergeant Rock heads have been through it all.
They really have. It's true. Colin Farrell, second DC project, seemingly. A lot of people are saying this ends the idea of the Reeves verse. I think that's kind of already ended. I don't think this necessarily. Yeah. I don't think this affects
that's ended because Andy Muschietti still has the first rights of directing the Batman.
Yes. I think they're shaking him off, though.
Yeah. They're he gets to look at it first and decide if he wants to.
Seems like a really
Why
nice
would
way.
he say no to that?
And, he's not even recognizable. It's not like the idea that we can't do that because it's Penguin and Sergeant Rock. They look too similar.
Yeah, it's not like someone's going to be like, wait a minute, is this Penguin or Sergeant Rock? Exactly. I'm confused.
And, I mean, it's different because it's animation and live action, but there's already a couple people playing the same or different characters in the DCU. Right. Sean Gunn is G.I. Robot, Weasel, and the Lord. It's not that crazy.
I think he could do it if they want to. I just don't think that they're going to have. Yeah. Sadly, the Reeves verse is not going to be in.
Yeah, I've accepted that that's where we're going.
They should do it though. It would be just.
It would, but also, I'm not say this to you. You would never forgive me. I'm not convinced we're even doing the Reeves verse anymore.
I'm also not convinced.
I'm worried.
I'm really scared.
I thought it was silly when people were like, "Of course, they're going to cancel the Batman 2." I don't think they're going to cancel it, but I get the concern.
Honestly, I'm on this. I would be more surprised now if the Batman 2 does come.
Really? I'd be shocked if it didn't get delayed at least one more time.
But I think it doesn't get delayed again. I think if it gets delayed again, it's just canceled.
Yeah, I agree with that, especially because they're probably pushing Brave and the Bold back every time just to not do it at the same time.
Right. And they're going to want to put their universe out there.
Yeah. And I think even if we are lucky enough to get part 2, that might be it. We might just do the 2.
Yeah.
Which
is so disgusting.
It is. Man. It really is. And it just seems like it's working out.
This might be a hot take. I think the Batman is the best Batman movie.
It's not that crazy of a take.
I think it's most people say The Dark Knight. Yeah. I think it's better than The Dark Knight.
I don't know where I'm at. I have to do a rewatch. I think they're probably pretty close for me. But I think I'd watch the Batman more than I'd watch The Dark Knight. Rewatchable. Lego Batman's number 1 for me, but you specified live action.
I did specify because I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, I hope we get it, man. And it's just Robert Pattinson, by the time we get it, is going to be
He'll be 80.
I think he's going to be older or the same age as Christian Bale was in The Dark Knight Rises, playing an old retired Batman.
Yeah.
And this is him supposed to be in year 2?
Year 3, maybe.
It's getting wild. Luckily, he looks young.
Oh, goodness. He looks fantastic.
Oh, goodness, does he?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I think that's about it for Sergeant Rock. Mostly Batman talk.
Yeah,
but
it would be very exciting if this DCU can get a Sergeant Rock movie directed by Luca Guadagnino, starring Colin Farrell and possibly Mikey Madison as well. I like it. That would be insane.
I like it. It would. We talked a lot about how they're doing maybe too much each year they're aiming for, which I think
that'll scale back.
Yeah, I don't think
they can sustain that much.
With Warner Brothers right now, I don't think they literally could, if they wanted to, make those movies.
Yeah.
But I think that's why, Sergeant Rock's $60 million, Clayface $60 million movie.
Yeah. You say I don't know if Warner Brothers has money, but they do have $50 million more now.
Oh, good.
With the recent acquisition of Coyote vs. Acme, Ketchup Entertainment.
Officially confirmed this morning that the deal has been made. Coyote vs. Acme lives I am beyond excited about this, man. I really am. Shout out to the one guy that was on the Warner Brothers lot 2 weeks ago. Insane, because we hadn't really heard anything about this movie for like a year or so.
Yeah.
That guy was there 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, deal made.
Yeah.
He had something to do with it. I
think that's the CEO of Ketchup that was in that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's also so funny that the company is called Ketchup.
Yeah, it really is. And it seems like Warner Brothers is also moving to sell the Looney Tunes entirely.
Yeah.
Which is very...
I think David Zaslav, he wants to sell off as much as
Yeah, I think we're
can.
stripping the parts at this point. I wouldn't be shocked if Disney got DC in the next couple of years. I don't think
Disney gets Warner Brothers.
That's, honestly. I feel like surely it would be stopped, right?
No,
I mean not with this administration.
Yeah, no,
not to get too political here, but there's no way.
There's no way.
That's true. Actually.
I don't think I think every administration would let it happen because Disney would just be like, "No, we're not a monopoly because A24 exists or something."
Yeah, I don't know. I
think
think
other people make movies.
The Fox one, I mean, it went through, but it got dicey for a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I think would happen. Worst case, it would get dicey.
I could see like a Universal.
But that's
I wouldn't mind that actually, because then, well,
oh my god,
the theme parks.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought.
Yeah, that's where.
Oh man,
awesome.
They'd get a DC, and let me
take it away from Six Flags.
Thank
put it
God.
over in Universal.
Six Flags doesn't deserve it.
Or make Six Flags as into Universals. They wouldn't be here.
They wouldn't.
Anyway. 36 minutes in.
We're very on target.
We've gotten through one news.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we got two. We got Coyote vs. Acme.
That's true. That was smooth. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. I am genuinely. This is like, it made me so happy when I saw that report that it was possibly happening.
Yeah.
And seeing it this morning, oh my God, I'm beyond excited for this one. James Gunn just posted a tweet celebrating that he's a producer on it, that it's seeing the light of day.
That's crazy that they killed a movie that he's a producer on.
Right when he got DC.
That's crazy.
Literally right when he got on board. I actually
think John Cena and well, speaking of Lego Batman, Will Arnett's in it. Oh no, it's Will Forte.
Oh
Wrong
yeah.
Will.
I'm checking my 2025 predictions. I think I put Coyote vs. Acme Lives on there. So that's one right.
Nostradamus over here.
I guess so. Anyway, we got the trailer for The Materialists. We have a couple trailers. We should just do trailer.
Let's do a couple trailer section.
Yeah, trailer
We're in the
section.
trailer park.
We're not copying the Weekly Planet and doing the... All right, The Materialists trailer. Thoughts?
I'm very excited.
Me too.
Past Lives rocks.
It does.
We're doing rapid fire.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay.
We're doing trailers, rapid fire trailers.
I'm very excited about The Materialists. I like the cast. And
Chris
Evans.
Chris Evans' redemption tour
starts now. That's what I agree. Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal, two of my favorite actors.
Yes.
Very excited.
And Madam Web.
Pedro Pascal looks very hot in the movie, must say. Anyway.
And Chris Evans.
And I mean, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but I'm excited. Celine Song.
Fantastic.
Bang.
Ballerina trailer.
Don't think I've seen it. I've seen enough of the ballerina trailers.
Yeah, I don't really care. I like John Wick a lot. I just don't really care for this. You're a big Ana de Armas guy.
Yeah, I'll probably be seeing this.
Oh, I'll be seeing it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't really care.
This will probably be the first John Wick movie I watch.
That upsets me a little bit. Have you not seen John Wick 4?
I haven't seen any John Wick, brother.
I saw John Wick 4 was the first one I saw because I really wanted to see it in theaters.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch them before.
You should. They're really good.
I've got too many movies I got to watch too. Rapid fire.
Elio trailer. Newest Pixar original story. They changed it quite a bit from what the original plan was, it seems, but I'm very excited.
Saw the trailer in theaters before Snow White. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'll be watching it.
Me too.
Bang.
Together trailer. The new Allison Brie.
Oh, yeah. Looks like a fun time. I'll be seeing it.
Me too. I'm very excited for it.
I like Dave Franco. I like Allison Brie. I'm ready to watch.
It seems like a bit of a body horror thing. Cabin. I'm excited for it.
Let's do it. Bang.
Let's do it. I think that's it for the trailers.
Oh, is that it?
I think so. Oh, we got a little Thunderbolts teaser.
Oh, yeah.
Sentry, they say, this guy's stronger than all the Avengers.
Combined.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for Sentry.
Oh, yeah. And also, I didn't even catch this in the A24 Thunderbolts trailer. There's 2 Yelenas in a show.
There is.
What the hell?
I think we're doing some Void stuff. And you know what I think that means? Which this is my slot brain. The Yelena scene's probably going to be like, oh, beautiful, accepting your past self and all the trauma that comes with it. I'm like, oh my God, Bucky versus the Winter Soldier. Here we go. Kind of rocks.
That would rock.
It would rock.
Thunderbolts trailer. I'm sat already. I can't wait.
So excited for this. I'm really, really excited for this.
Bang.
And, we got the the one battle after another trailer.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Generational fumble involving this movie. I don't know if we can actually talk about that.
What's the? Oh yeah.
Bit of a generational fumble. But
I think we could talk about it. You didn't sign any.
I didn't
NDAs.
sign anything. That's true.
I mean, you didn't even go.
I didn't go. That's true. I might have signed something though.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll check before.
All right.
But we could have seen it if you weren't away.
Yeah, it's my fault, I guess.
It is.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll tell my cousin not to get married next
time. Tell him it was rude.
Whoa, her. Why are you assuming it's a male?
Cause was it a straight wedding? Cause then you got a new cousin and I was talking about him. Oh.
That was a good save.
Thanks.
Wow.
I didn't like saying straight wedding like that.
It was. You were right. But one battle after another. I'm very excited.
Me too.
I can't wait.
Me too. I'm gonna do a Paul Thomas Anderson binge. I haven't seen a lot of his movies at all.
I've seen Licorice Pizza.
I have to see that
little romp.
It seems like a fun little romp.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for this.
Gonna watch way more Paul Thomas Anderson.
Hell yeah. I like the bit.
I've got too many marathons planned for this.
Me too. And I've watched like 6 movies this year and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I like the bit in the trailer where the carpet rolls over the little door.
That was fun.
That's a lot of fun.
It was a fun little bit.
A lot of fun. All right, I think that's it for trailers actually.
Yes. Bang.
The Electric State. More Electric State news. Don't want to miss this.
How?
It debuted with 25.2 million views in its first weekend. Abysmal. That's bad.
Is it?
That's bad. That's less than the movie Damsel, Carry On, Rebel Ridge, Extraction 2, and The Gray Man. It's like one of the lowest.
Wow.
And that's the most expensive movie.
Yeah.
Is the world healing?
Maybe.
I don't think it is.
I don't think.
But I wish it was.
I think everyone was just busy.
I think I complained about this 2 weeks ago. I'm still getting comments every day that are like, "This is the best movie ever." I don't know what you're talking about, including one from the Russo brothers.
Oh yeah, the Russo brothers production company commented on your TikTok and said the comments passed the vibe check.
That was one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen. I couldn't believe my eyes. That's awesome.
Twerking in TikTok comment section for love is crazy.
And got 1 like.
No.
Yes, the comment got 1 like. You have to
know they liked it themselves.
Yep, you have to scroll to find it. I was gonna reply and start some beef with
I think Joe Russo liked it.
I think he probably did.
You can't start too much beef because then you won't get invited to Doomsday.
I know.
They'll ban you from watching it.
I was gonna be like, oh, did you use AI to write this comment, or is that just for your movies?
Dang.
Yeah. Didn't do it though.
Roasted them.
Be like, hey, how's your dog box office doing? That's a genuine question. He seems nice. The live-action God of War Prime show was officially greenlit for 2 seasons. Got a showrunner.
2 seasons?
2 seasons.
Goodness.
I'm excited for this.
Ambitious.
This is cool. I hope they get...
This is either going to be good or very bad.
Yeah, I hope they just get Christopher Judge to be Kratos, honestly. I think he's good.
Unfortunately, my man Sonny is old to be
Kratos. Yeah, that's true. I don't really know how they do this, huh? Because apparently it's like supposed to be the 2018 game, but so much of that relies on his... I don't know. They'll do something.
They'll make it bad. Don't worry.
I hope it's more Last of Us and less the Minecraft movie.
Oh, it's going to be like the Electric State.
Oh, man. Don't say that. Prime's pretty good with shows. Okay. Citadel. They did do Citadel.
Yeah.
Another Russo brothers production.
We got to see if the Russos produced it.
Citadel permanently on hold. I don't know if you saw that news.
Oh, I didn't
Season
see that
2 permanently on hold and all spin-offs shelved.
Okay, just say it's canceled, man. Why are they saying it's permanently
Well, I think Season 2 was filmed.
Oh, all right, just put it out.
They announced the spin-off as the finale of Season 1 came out.
Wow.
It was a
they
big
really thought
reveal.
it was going to be big.
That was my first interaction with the Russo brothers. They played a little video at that Citadel premiere, and they were like, we're doing spin-offs, and no one in the crowd had actually watched Citadel. It was pretty rough. It's like, yeah, let's go! That's brutal. More slop news. Coco 2 officially announced. No need for this.
Yeah. Isn't Coco the grandma as well?
Coco's the grandmother who's seemingly got to be pretty written out of any next class.
Let's see how they do that.
There is like a world where they do something interesting. Like most Pixar sequels, even Disney sequels, it's like they could do something with this. They won't. They could.
It doesn't need to exist, but it'll probably be all right.
It'll probably make $1 billion.
Oh, yeah. It's going to make a lot of money.
Split Fiction movie officially announced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really excited for this. It Takes Two movie was announced years ago. Haven't heard anything from that.
I didn't even know it was announced.
But I'm excited for this. I think there's a lot there that can lend itself to a movie. I think it's better as a game, but
for sure.
Both can exist.
Co-op movie.
Co-op movie.
You have to watch half, and someone else has to watch
the other
half, and you have to tell each other what happened.
Or else it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I think we talked about the Eggers Resident Evil movie.
Yes, we
a couple weeks ago. Austin Abrams is set to star from Euphoria.
Yes.
He was almost Sentry at one point.
Really?
Yeah, he was after Steven Yeun. It was him for a little.
And they went with Lewis Poole.
And went with Louis. Can't call him that. And Mikey Madison has been approached to star
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see.
I don't think she's gonna do it, but if she does, it immediately becomes way more interesting of a movie.
Yeah, I don't think she will. She's already done horror and Scream.
Yeah.
So.
But Eggers Resident Evil with Mikey Madison would be very exciting.
Is it? It's not. It's Kreger, right? Zach Kreger.
Did I write this wrong? Because I thought that sounded weird.
Yeah, I think it's. Zach Kreger.
Oh yeah, not Robert Eggers. Yeah. I had that in my head.
In my head, when you said it the first time, I was like, "Did he say Eggers or did I mishear him?" And I just went with it. And then the second time, I was like, "Nope."
I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know Eggers."
Yeah, Zach Kreger.
All right, well, still, I like Barbarian a lot.
Yeah, Barbarian.
And Weapons comes out this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as.
They moved it up. They swapped it with something else.
Oh yeah. Might have been One Battle After Another actually.
No, because One Battle After Another is still coming.
Oh, it got pushed. Something got pushed.
It's swapped. Something got pushed to, I believe, January of next year.
Oh, gotcha.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think.
Oh yes, it was. Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride of Frankenstein,
which is
movie.
devastating.
Yes.
Another Warner Brothers. They need to make money. They're probably.
It won't.
It won't, but I hope it does.
Especially because they're dumping it in January.
But I'm so. That's the most like October easy.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't there must be.
They're like, no. That's
so funny that I was saying Eggers Resident Evil. That is so.
That would be a crazy.
That would be incredible. That would be the best movie of all time. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is rumored to be coming back with Glenn Powell set to produce and maybe star.
If he likes the script.
Famous Andy Muschietti move.
Yeah.
And JT Molnar, who did Strange Darling, is set to.
Yeah, that's exciting.
He came out and was like, don't believe everything you read kind of thing. So I'm not saying this is 100%, but that's the report. Who are we if not the report news on the internet?
That's true. That's actually written on my birth certificate.
I got that tattooed.
The report news on the internet.
That should be our logo.
Yeah.
Can we call that the news segment every week?
Yeah, the report news of the internet.
Something
Is that what you said?
Who are we if report?
Yeah. We'll segue into the news every week by saying, "Who are we if not the report of the news of the internet?"
That's perfect. That's a beautiful, beautiful phrase. Linda Cardellini. Oh, how do you feel about Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Haven't seen it.
Not the original?
No, I want to watch it. It was on my list to watch last Halloween.
That's an awesome.
And I didn't get around to it by Halloween, and I was like, I'm not going to watch a horror movie now.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like it either, but that's just how my brain works, man.
You see Strange Darling?
I did see Strange Darling. That was a good movie.
The idea of having him direct would be very exciting.
You know what? I don't need Glenn Powell in this. Get Kyle Gallner in it.
Oh, that's true.
Let's employ Kyle Gallner some more.
And give him more screen time than he gets in most things.
Yeah.
Scream.
Scream he's barely in.
Smile. Although he gets like the best scene in Smile.
True.
While we're talking about Glenn Powell, big news. We have to cover this. Him and Sydney Sweeney.
Spotted in Dallas.
Who are we if not the
Who are we if not the report of the news
of the Glenn Powell Sydney? Big stuff.
Yeah. Apparently they were spotted out after Sydney Sweeney called off her engagement.
And
much drama.
She was the +1 to Glenn Powell's sister's wedding.
Wow.
Literally anyone but you.
Dang.
Kind of awesome. Big fan of that. I'm a big fan.
So watch this space.
Watch this space. We'll keep you posted every week. New segment.
Next week. No updates.
The end.
Thank you for listening.
Severance Season 3 officially greenlit. We didn't really get into Severance Season 2 finale.
Right, we did.
I don't know if we really should.
Yeah, Season 2 finale, good.
Very good. Really liked it.
Big fan. No Milchick redemption.
Yeah, no Milchick redemption yet.
But you said it was happening this season.
Did I?
I don't actually know.
I think it's coming.
Probably.
I'm Season 3 set, like, I like what they're setting up. I love the bit where Milchick gets hit with the thing.
I like
the trombone.
I like the bit where he ran away from... I always want to call him Zach.
Oh, yeah.
And his name is Dylan in the show.
He handed him the thing. I'll leave you for... This may be emotional, so I will leave you in isolation. Start sprinting away.
So good. Dude, Tremel Tillman is so incredible in Severance. He needs to be in more things.
I know I'm so slot
Have you seen the Max movie Sweethearts?
He's in that. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Who is he?
He's like a side character.
I don't even remember him in that.
He's a gym teacher. He's the football coach.
Oh my God, is he?
Yeah. And then Caleb Herron's character is like
he's coming out of the closet and he meets
he's telling everyone he's gay,
right?
And he's like, wait, there's gay people in this small town?
That was Tremel Tillman? That's a beautiful little moment.
Tremel Tillman.
I like that movie.
I like that movie a lot.
The bit where Caleb Herron's on the back of the fire truck. and he's just
it was a really funny movie.
It was. I like that movie a lot. I didn't even realize it was him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's in the new Mission Impossible.
Yes, that's right.
In a just world, we get rid of Robert Downey Jr. Doom. We bring him in as Kang. I keep thinking that. He would have been really good. I know that's the most slop brain thing of all time.
It is pretty slop.
But hey, you know what? Tremel Tillman will get $30 million.
True.
He earns that. I want him. I love that guy. I want him in everything.
Yeah.
Severance season 3. I'm excited. I hope it's like 2 years away.
Yeah. Well, Ben Stiller has said that it's not going to take.
Yeah, which makes sense. No writer's strike and all that fun stuff. Well, actually, there might. Technically, the strike is set to resume next year. The contract is only for 2 years, so
that's big.
Linda Cardellini was cast as Jason Voorhees' mom, Pamela, in A24's Friday the 13th series. Bit of a mouthful there. This was dead for a little while, this series, so...
Man, it could have stayed dead.
Yeah. I mean, it could have, for sure, but...
I'll tell you what, we do not care.
I care.
Oh.
I do care.
Oh.
I'm not only am I slop-brained, I'm horror-slop-brained. I love my horror stuff.
Yeah.
I really do. I just love everything. I just love a movie. A movie or show gets announced, I'm like, yeah. I'll watch that.
I can't wait to watch it.
I can't wait for that.
Speaking of that, I think the best example of that is the Sneaks.
Oh. Did we talk about this at all?
I don't remember.
I think we did a little.
I don't remember if we talked about it on the pod.
That's
or
true. Sometimes we chat outside of work.
Yeah. Outside of work. Yeah. This movie, it looks like a fake movie.
It does. And I saw this trailer when I was seeing Looney Tunes.
Yeah, that's when I saw it.
I feel like I might have told this story, but it was before it came out on discussing film or anything, which is normally how I know a movie's coming out. I thought I was being punked.
Yeah.
I was like, is that Anthony Mackie as a shoe? And he gets kidnapped? He gets stolen?
Very bizarre.
Awesome.
But are you excited for Sneaks?
That's one that I might not see.
That's what I'm going to say. I think if you're actively excited for Sneaks, I can't wait to watch Sneaks.
Yes.
That's when it's too far.
Sneaks might be my limit. But nine times out of 10, movie show, I'm not show as much unless it's something more exciting. But movie gets announced, I'm like, hell yeah.
Can't wait to use my AMC A-list on that.
Exactly. AMC A-list, not a tax write-off.
If you were curious.
Because it's not. Okay, whatever. We're not going to get into. New segment just dropped. It's tax season. Okay, a couple more things here. Nick Frost cast as Hagrid in the Harry Potter show. Another show we've covered extensively on the pod. That and Sergeant Rock are side by side as weekly updates, it feels like.
Yeah.
Great casting.
Good casting. Say. I still despise the fact that this show exists.
Yeah, very fair. Very fair. Don't blame you.
Yeah.
I will be watching. I don't blame you. Fortunately, I will be watching.
I'll probably end up watching it. I was going to say I'm going to pirate it, but I don't even know how to do that. I genuinely don't. I see people online be like, oh, I just pirate stuff. I don't know how you do that. I don't have the brain power for that.
Yeah, it's fair.
I'll just do a free trial or something.
I'd rather spend $6.
Yeah.
And get it on something.
I'll just cancel it right away.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about free trial to Uber One, actually. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
New news, everybody.
New Uber update.
Steven Yeun was cast in the Avatar movie coming out in January. Not Avatar Blue, Avatar.
Avatar The Last Airbender.
The Last Airbender. Aang The Last Airbender. I think that was the title, but now it's untitled. We'll probably hear more about it at CinemaCon.
It's happening this week.
Yeah,
happening
Paramount.
Right now as you're listening to this.
I think I have it all memorized. You ready?
Okay.
Sony panel.
Sony's
tonight, 9:30 p.m.
Well, yesterday.
Yesterday, obviously, yeah. Oh, they're going to be like, why aren't you talking about El Muerto, the trilogy that was announced?
Yeah, Bad Bunny's back on.
Hopefully we hear something about Beyond the Spider.
But I don't know. I was thinking about this because I saw people say we'll hear about Spider-Man 4 and Beyond the Spider-Man. I think we'll hear about
Spider-Man 4.
I don't think so.
Yeah?
Because CinemaCon they mostly just talk about stuff that's coming out this year. And there's no way Spider-Man 4 comes out this year because it hasn't even started shooting.
No, Spider-Man 4 is July next
year. Right, so I don't think that they would cover that. Because it's just for movie. It's for movie theaters. It's not really to announce new movies.
Yeah, but it's kind of become that.
Has it?
Yeah, because I
thought that it was. That's why I was like, I feel like they would maybe if like Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out in like for this year, maybe
that would be a dream.
But
I think they focus more on stuff this year, but
they might be like, hey, this is.
I think they touch on like stuff because I'm trying to remember like an exact example, which I'm clearly failing.
I mean, I could be wrong.
But
I do not claim to be a CinemaCon expert.
And Sony normally does a lot. Like they announced El Muerto at
True.
It never
still
happened.
Waiting on that.
Famously never happened.
What was the villain that Donald Glover was supposed to play?
Hypno Hustler?
Yes.
We might hear more about Hypno Hustler.
I hope so.
We're gonna find out tonight probably, or last.
Yeah.
They already know if the Sony universe lives or dies. There's been some conflicting reports.
Madam Web 2.
Madam Web 2, baby.
Unironically, I would love a Madam Web 2.
Yeah. Why
if
not?
we get to finally see them with their spider abilities.
Put them in Doomsday for a second.
Dude,
everyone's gonna be there. I was half expecting a Dakota Johnson. Like it got
sick.
to the point where like Alan Cumming and Rebecca Romaine were there. Spoilers.
We'll get to it later.
Okay, never mind. But yeah, I think we will hear something about Spider-Man 4. Maybe not Beyond the Spider-Verse. I don't know how they're going, and I could be wrong, but
we'll see.
I think we'll hear. I'm trying to think of
It'll be fun next week to see all the stuff that got announced.
Yeah, definitely. Fun. Heads up for next week. Episode's going to be a little later, maybe a day, maybe a couple hours. We're going to kind of play it by ear a little bit. It'll be up Wednesday morning, the latest. I think it's safe to say. Yeah, Paramount. Oh yeah, Sony 9:30 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow is Warner Brothers is 7:30 p.m. Lionsgate is noon. That brings us to Wednesday, which is the MGM. Oh, Universal / Focus features at like 2:30, I want to say, and then the MGM one is at like 11 p.m. our time. And then that brings us to Thursday, which is Warner Bros. And at the time, and Disney is at 5:30.
Heck yeah.
Boom. For the record, I didn't look at anything. Brandon knows.
He was looking at his phone.
Might have gotten almost all of that wrong, I'm going to be honest. Speaking of CinemaCon, we got some new posters. We got Wicked for Good.
Heck yeah.
Definitely getting a trailer for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for that. I'm so wicked. I'm brained everything.
Yeah.
I love my slop, man. I'm so slop brained.
Yeah. There's hang on. No, I didn't. I thought I took pictures of the trailers that popped up on Twitter, but I didn't. So let's move on.
Okay, this is the last big piece of news. Oh, Paramount's April 3rd. Warner Brothers is whatever.
Emmett lied to you before.
I did. I really did. Lost my notes, but this is the second biggest news that I am very excited for. We got the release date for the live-action Zelda movie, March 26, 2027. Do you care about this like at all?
I do care about this.
Yeah?
I don't think I've fully played a Zelda game. I don't know if I've played really basically any Zelda game. But since I was a kid, I always thought Zelda was so cool.
Hell yeah.
Because I was like, Link is just a guy.
He really is.
He's got a sword and a cool tunic.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Hell yeah.
I used to watch, like, when I would stay at my aunt's house or whatever when I was younger. Older cousin would be playing Zelda. I was like, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Let me watch.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be great necessarily.
No, I think this is
I don't think it'll be. Yeah, I would not. I would be shocked if it was like fine to good. Yeah. Like I'm expecting it to be bad. I don't care, man. I'm so excited for this.
Hunter Schafer as Zelda.
Please. I was saying this to Brandon off air outside of work.
Ooh, outside of the office.
Outside of the office. That now that Nintendo's kind of diving into movies. I mean, we had the Mario movie 2 years ago. Next year we have the Mario movie 2 in April. And then we have the Zelda movie. So that's 3 on the books right now officially. MCU means nothing to me. DC, nothing to me. I'm all in on the Nintendo Cinematic Universe, man. Wow. Give me like a Alien-style Metroid movie. Oh my God, they could do so much. Give me an Illumination Kirby movie. Oh my God. I love this, man. And I mean, hey, technically, throw in a Minecraft movie, throw in the Sonic franchise. Boom.
Damn.
I'm counting it all. That's the Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe. And so many people are saying a Smash Bros. Movie can't work. It can. Should it? That's a whole other topic. I think it should, and I think it can work. And people are like, how are you going to put all 70 characters in there? You don't. Who's saying you have to put all 70?
They can get Master Chief from the Halo show.
They could. That's true. That's big. That is big.
They canceled Halo show where he doesn't wear a helmet most of the time.
Like, who the hell is that guy? He doesn't have the helmet on.
That guy's just John.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited for this. Hunter Schafer as Zelda is the perfect casting. I hope it happens. I wish this was animated.
It's gonna be Chris Pratt as Link and Chris Pratt as Zelda. One-man movie
is set to start filming in New Zealand this fall.
Yes, I think that we're gonna get this cast announced like how they did the Mario announcement at the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. On...
I don't think so.
Really?
But I think we'll get it. They do a Direct in September every year. I think we'll get it there.
But September feels so late. Like if they already know the release date, I feel like they have to know.
Well, they don't start filming until like.
All right, maybe you're right.
Hey,
they got to sign the contract.
They got to sign the contracts, but and it's set to be a trilogy. The other report.
Oh goodness!
Filming in New Zealand, it's a trilogy.
Are they filming all three at the same, the Ring style?
Honestly, it sounds like they're kind of trying to make it a Lord of the Rings style thing.
That would be.
I'm so excited. I can't even like. This is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so awesome. And then in the post-credit scene, Chris Pratt's Mario is gonna pop.
I'm Chris Pratt.
We're
gonna do a Super Smash, brother.
Jack Black Steve is gonna pop out too.
Flint and Steel.
That's a post-credit scene. It's just silent in here. I am Steve. Chicken Jockey.
The Nether.
Pink House.
The Elytra Wingsuit.
TNT. Lapis Lazuli. You see that one?
Yeah, apparently he played like over 100 hours of Minecraft on set for it, and he
had a world.
Loved Lapis Lazuli.
And I heard his line got in the movie.
Really?
Because he begged to be able to say Lapis Lazuli. He just couldn't say enough Minecraft things. Oh my god, it's so good. Iron Golem. Oh, there is one line though that does crack me up in the clip they released. Like genuinely, I think it's funny, not even outside of like ironic. It's like, these are the villagers. They love crushing loaf. Crushing loaf is so awesome. All right, should we get to the big stuff?
Yes. Well, actually, I've got one more bit of news that can kind of lead into the big item.
Oh, perfect.
There's a bit of MCU adjacent news.
Okay.
March 28th, posted to Culture Crave on Twitter.
Okay.
Viola Davis said she wants to join the MCU. Did you see what character she said she wanted to play?
She said, I don't want to. She said something
Iron Mania.
Iron Mania.
And then she said Iron Shaniqua Mania, which I don't believe is a real character.
Make it a character for
Viola
Davis. I don't know
what possessed her to say that. But she said that her daughter is like an MCU like fanatic. So
she said awesome.
Her and her daughter have watched the movies like 5 or 6 times.
And are in there.
Yeah, I mean, if Viola Davis says she wants to join your franchise, you write a role for it. You write Iron Shaniqua Mania.
Yeah. Make it. I don't mind making that a movie.
Or just Iron Mania.
True, dude.
That's probably a little bit better.
Make her Kang. Why not?
Make her Doom.
Make her Doom. That's a better casting.
Have her kill Robert Downey Jr.
That is genuinely a better casting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
awesome. Speaking of Doom,
who else could she be? Oh yeah, let's
Doomsday.
Doomsday, baby. I have it all written down.
Oh, I've got it written down.
Nice.
As well.
Do you have it in order of the chairs being announced?
I do have it in order of the chairs.
Okay, you go then, because I don't.
Right. Well, before I read off the cast, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the 5.5-hour chair live stream.
I know. I think I'm in the minority. I don't know. It kind of shifted by the end. I feel like when they started revealing more like surprises.
People got more and more Stockholm.
Yeah, exactly. I loved this. So news came out that there was a big event that day at 11 a.m.
A big news reveal.
I was getting ready. I sat down. I was ready to lock in for 20 minutes. I thought get some news. I thought we'd get like a Deadline article like, oh, this person's in this.
Right.
And then they bring up that Chris Hemsworth chair. All right, so we're doing Doomsday cast. And then 15 minutes later, they bring up the Vanessa Kirby chair. And they start I was like, I loved it. It was 5.5 hours long. I wish it was longer. It ended. I was disappointed. I genuinely was like, oh man, I was having so much fun. To be fair, this is like my job. So right. I'm like the normal. I get someone not enjoying it because like they have a life and they have stuff to do.
I hated
totally
it
get that.
I was like 11 a.m. perfect. It's right when I'm on my lunch break. I'll be able to watch it and then go back to work.
Yeah.
At 11, I put it on. What the hell is this? It's just a chair, and then 15 minutes later, another chair. I was like, I'm not going to be able to watch this whole thing.
Yeah,
and I wasn't. So my girlfriend would just text me, "Oh, the music kicked in." Oh,
yeah, it got 235 million views over the course. It's like their biggest.
Yeah, but some of that is on Twitter, so I don't know how many of that is real views.
Yeah, it's like, but according to them, it's I guess all the other ones also include Twitter though.
True.
But it's like the biggest trailer, teaser, anything reveal, which, if it's 5 hours, people are checking it out for a couple minutes.
Right.
That's a view. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it would have been huge anyway. I think 5.5 hours with just chairs is a little ridiculous.
I think it won the marketing for the day. That's everyone's.
That's true, but I think people would have talked about it for a while anyway.
Yeah, but I think doing it, like, you have speculation now. Like, if you do one quick thing, there's no.
No, that's true. I think they could have, I think I would have much preferred if it was just like the Avengers account or Marvel Studios account just posted like a clip of Kevin Feige being like, "Hey, Chris Hemsworth is in this."
I don't. I like it.
You like the back of the chairs?
I mean, I don't think it's ideal, but I like how long it was. Like, people were like,
"No, I mean, they can keep the length, but I'm saying like they could have it like keep the 15 minutes in between."
I think the best case scenario would have been actually seeing the actors, but I don't know if they're all there to film and how that works out. So I get that.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the actors.
Let's do it.
So first, we had Chris Hemsworth as Thor, then Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Anthony Mackie as Captain America, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, Letitia Wright as Shuri, Paul Rudd in his little chair as Ant-Man, Wyatt Russell as John
Walker,
little chair. US Angel.
It would have been fun if they made more chairs, kind of.
Yeah, there's only one visual gag.
Yeah, I guess the music.
And then the most controversial one, Tenoch Huerta Magia as Namor, because he had the allegation against him. People, why is
Jonathan Majors yeah. Oh, I remember reading that it was not real, that there was like genuine proof that it. I'm not saying that's what I believe, but I remember it quickly being. Yeah, I'll leave it.
It definitely wasn't as major a news story as Jonathan.
I, for some reason, remember it was like not. Well, yeah, whatever.
And then we have Ebon Moss-Backrack as Ben Grimm, the Thing. Simu Liu is finally back as Shang-Chi. Florence Pugh as Yelena. Oh, spoilers for Thunderbolts, by the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Kelsey Grammer's back as Hank McCoy, Beast.
That was the first one. That was like,
the first one was like, oh, nice. They're following up on the Marvels. We got Louis Pullman. Oh, my God, my voice died. Louis Pullman as Sentry. Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres Falcon. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. David Harbour, Red Guardian. Winston Duke, M'Baku. Hannah John Kamen, Ghost. Tom Hiddleston as Loki. That's where I was like, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this cast.
Hell yeah.
Then we got Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier, Ian McKellen, Magneto, Alan Cumming, Nightcrawler, Rebecca Romijn, Mystique, James Marsden, Cyclops, Channing Tatum, Gambit, Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic. They closed it out with Robert Downey shushing the camera.
I gotta say, the fact that they did Pedro last and then did Robert Downey Jr. Doom was the first time I was like, oh, we're actually, like, Reed and Doom are they know that there's a connection there.
They know it's important to have.
That's the first time I was like, okay, maybe we're actually doing the Reed Doom stuff, which made me I was glad that that's how it went.
So, I was going to ask here. I've got a couple questions for this cast here.
Let's do it.
Your biggest surprise that was announced. For me, I said Alan Cumming was the biggest surprise for me. Because I never thought he'd want to go back. Because, I mean, he said he did not have a good time on X2, the set of X2. I mean, because the director
I was going to say, Brian.
A bit of an issue. And also, like, the hours of the makeup and prosthetics. Yeah. They'll probably just CGI.
Good news, brother. We don't do any prosthetics anymore.
We don't believe in that stuff.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say not necessarily who got me most excited, but just biggest surprise was either him or Rebecca Romijn. Just because, like, like James Marsden is someone I always wanted. I was hoping that we would see a Cyclops again. That's wanted it forever. But, like, part of me is like, yeah, that makes sense. People know, like, fans want him. It's something that makes sense. Those two, it's, like, really exciting. Just not something I saw happen. I'm so happy. And he posted a really fun video on Instagram of him, like, bamfing over.
It's awesome, man. But I will say, I was maybe more surprised when Ian McKellen was announced, just because that once I was like, they got Ian McKellen, I was like, they're gonna get like so many X-Men people in here.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart was exciting, but it's also like this isn't his first time in the MCU.
He was in Multiverse of Madness, so I'm not like shocked that he's back.
And but
there's the famous video of Ian McKellen on the set of the Hobbit movies, having to act in an all green screen background by himself, just breaking down because he's like, this is not what I got into acting.
Yeah.
So signing up for a Marvel movie,
it
makes me kind of question how much of a role he's going to play.
Yeah, I don't know if they're necessarily going to have the big, although they did announce him. So I think they're more.
Yeah, I think they might be. But Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen they're not exactly young.
No, they're definitely not. But so, I don't
know how much of a role they'll physically be able to play.
Yeah, I think they'll do CG doubles or something.
Yeah.
Pretty much every action scene. But yeah, Ian McKellen was when it became like, because Patrick Stewart, loved the guy, super excited when his chair was revealed. The X-Men music kicks in, hands over. Oh my God, I was so excited. Ian McKellen, haven't seen him since
Days of Future
That's
Past?
What I'm thinking. Is that right? It must be.
That was what, 2014?
Yeah. Oh my God. And just to see him coming back in the MCU, it's so exciting, man. That was when it really turned for me. And I feel like that's when public perception was kind of like, oh, this rocks. Yeah. I'm actually having fun. When it was like people that we knew were going to be there, every Thunderbolt or Fantastic Four member, I was like, we knew that.
Yeah,
that was D23. You announced this. But yeah, and back to what we were saying about how big of a role they're going to play. I imagine that some of these guys are being announced now because they're filming outdoors next month.
Right.
So like,
it's going to get out eventually.
Yeah, I think that's why we're doing it like this. But I really don't know, because apparently some contracts still have to be signed, and we're going to get we're supposed to get double.
Right.
This.
That was my next question. Like, who else do you expect to be in this?
I mean, the obvious
of the
ones.
MCU, people already in the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Holland. I think Tom Holland and Benedict Cumberbatch and Mark Ruffalo. I think they're there, no doubt about it.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm not sure about Mark Ruffalo, just because the CGI of doing the Hulk is so much, and there's already going to be so much CGI and not enough time. I think they're just going to save Hulk for.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. And Titania Maslany could be saved there. And we saw the concept art, but that could be from Secret Wars.
And they're filming Secret Wars and Doomsday back to back, right?
There's mixed reports.
Well, if they're filming it back to back, then they have enough pre-production time to actually do the
that would make sense.
For Hulk character.
That would make sense. And I do think they're going to be in it. I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying Tom Holland's not going to be in.
You want him to not be in Doomsday.
I want him to not be in Doomsday because I want him to have a grounded Spider-Man 4. But also, how many movies does he have left on his deal?
I think they redid it after No. I think they literally, I think that's one of the reasons it took so long. Well, he wanted to take a break, but
right. Well, because I was gonna say, I don't know if they want to burn 2 of his pictures on this.
True.
They could, when you can just have him in Secret Wars.
Well,
and then...
yeah, I think he's doing these next 2
to not have him.
I think I'm not saying he physically is going to be there a lot. I mean, there were reports that he'll be masked a lot, and I think they'll do like a stunt double for most of it, and he'll do voiceover.
Yeah.
Which is, I kind of hope they do anyway, just because story-wise, that's kind of cool to have him be like angsty and not want to reveal his identity. Because if he's just going to rip that mask off again after everything, like his first appearance after No Way Home. That would grind my gears a little bit. But Secret Wars, it doesn't matter because we're in a weird, messed up world anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Tom Holland. I think we get Chris Pratt 100%. I know they're saying.
Yeah, I also think.
I think he's one of the most obvious ones. I don't know about the other Guardians. I wouldn't be.
What about Vision? There's the
Vision. I think will
art
be
of
there.
Star-Lord and Vision.
Yeah, I think Vision will be there. Brie Larson, Tiana Paris, Amon Vellani.
I think the trio from the Marvels should.
I think
at least, if they don't have Brie Larson in, then I think that they should have Tiana Paris.
She has to be there.
Just because she was in the thing with Beast, it would make sense.
She literally is the reason for the incursion.
I think both Monica and Marie.
Yeah, I agree. I think I wouldn't be shocked if we got the new Guardians, but that might be more of a Secret Wars thing.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get the new Guardians.
I think we'll see them at some point.
Maybe in Secret Wars.
I've stood by this. I said this after like Guardians 3, I think. In Secret Wars, they're doing a scene where it's like multiverse crumbling thing, and we get all the Groots fighting together. I feel like that's something they're going to do and make $1 billion off of the merch.
I'll say this. I still think Guardians 1 best one. I mean, Baby Groot, obviously, very cute. Fair. Love him.
I like
this new design. I hate it.
I like it. It is. I use it in Marvel Rivals a lot, so that might have made me like it.
Man.
I like the end of Guardians, where he's like the hulking tree.
I hate that one the most.
Oh, come on. I like the Guardians 1 Groot the best. I agree with
Guardians 1 Groot is the best design.
But I think they're definitely doing Guardians 1 like Groot look, whether or not it's not going to be that Groot. Right. It's just going to be like, oh, Multiverse is here or Planet X is here or something. Vin Diesel keeps saying they're doing a Groot movie. I think they're just lying to him to keep him on board or something.
Why would they do a Groot movie?
Every couple of years he's like, yep, Planet X Groot movie is in the works. It's like, what are you talking about? But yeah, they're going to do like adult Groot, teenage Groot, baby Groot, alpha Groot all together.
Yeah,
one big, like an Avengers circle shot of them. Something like that.
There's going to be so many scenes.
Yeah, it's going to be.
They're going to try and recreate the portal scene.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to do it.
It's going to be so many.
It's going to be like Moneyball, to tie it back to Moneyball. Like, we got to recreate it in the aggregate. We can't replace them.
It's literally going to be portals on steroids. I think Jeremy Renner will be there.
Really?
I think Haley Steinfeld will be there.
I hope Wong is there.
I think Wong. I think Charlie Cox is there. I don't know if he has a big role. I think he's there. You just got him in the MCU. People have wanted it forever. The show's a hit.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a story of when Charlie Kirk.
Oh, I don't think he'll be there.
No, I don't think so either. When Charlie Cox we went to the showing of, he snuck into a showing of No Way Home.
Oh, yeah.
And he was excited because he was about to be on screen and nobody cheered when he was there.
Yeah, but like.
So does he? I think that there's a very loyal Daredevil fan base of the show. I don't know how big that fan base is.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worldwide, but I think he's
And
there.
I think this movie's already so.
And I think the Hope is Born Again makes him.
Want to put him in there.
I think so. I don't think he'll be there for long. But
Maybe
I think
for Midnight Suns.
I think we do a Defenders where they have a mission or we just get a shot of them. I would be shocked if we didn't.
All right.
But I think everyone will be here. I think Chris Evans is back. I think Haley Atwell's there.
Yeah, well, that was kind of reported.
It was
right?
reported, and then he was like,
an unknown role.
Yeah. Coolest possibility is he's evil Cap.
Yeah, Captain Hydra.
And then they go get real Cap and real Iron Man to fight. Benedict Cumberbatch, 100%. I'm willing to put money.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be shocked if
Didn't
like
he
Don
say
Cheadle.
that he was in both?
Yeah, he did.
It was like, I'm only in Secret Wars. And it was like, oh, actually, I'm in both.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me.
I think Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are there, too. Be shocked if we did all the X-Men and not them.
Just save for Secret Wars.
We're in the X-Men
Save
universe.
Deadpool.
No. Oh, but he's going to be there.
Ugh.
I still think Scarlett Johansson's coming back. I think.
You think Scarlet Witch comes back? With the Electric State
If she doesn't, I'm going to be.
She's been denying it.
She has. And her, most of the time I read that, it means nothing to me. Hers, I kind of thought made sense, like what she said, but she could be good at it.
She's like, I want to be in real movies. Like The Assessment.
Yeah. I think she'll be there. I think the other Spideys are there too. I think they do their own reveal for them because it doesn't matter what you went out. Like if they ended that with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, those are the only chairs anyone's talking.
Right.
Like you're not talking about anything else besides that.
Spider-Man's just so much bigger.
Yeah, they're just gonna. I think you bring them in, even if they're just in the end to tease. Like I wouldn't be shocked if the end of this one is like, oh, here's Wesley Snipes, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Hugh Jackman. They're coming to save the day, and that's the setup for Secret Wars.
I had another thought when Pedro Pascal's chair was revealed. I was like, here we go. We're gonna get 2 chairs here back to back. I thought we were getting a Council of Reeds.
Oh,
I thought we were gonna get Miles Teller and Ian Griffith.
Yeah.
I was like, it's gonna happen. And then Robert Downey Jr. I was like, oh.
I think they'll be there.
So,
at least for a second.
I was so certain that was gonna happen.
I think even if I just think everyone's gonna be there. Like genuinely, I think almost every. I think at least for like a shot, the multiverse is closing.
Maybe not for Doomsday, but for Secret Wars.
Yeah, I think they'll be in one of them.
Yeah.
I think you do like a shot of them in the old Baxter Building, and they look up, and the sky's purple. Like even if that's the extent of their role.
Yeah.
And plus,
I
Chris
would love
Evans,
a little Counselor Reed.
I would love that. I think that would be more like a Fantastic Four. Maybe
post-credit
scene of Fantastic.
Scene. That's how
going to
he
be
finds
it.
out about the incursion or whatever.
Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr.'s there for some reason.
Yeah,
it's like
goes Jarvis.
Eat
my pants. Before we move on.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ioan Gruffin. Gruffin?
I don't know. I said Griffiths, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah, I think it's Gruffin.
He's good. I'd love to see him.
But I looked it up to see how to spell his name. I was typing this up last night, and I made a shocking discovery in the cast. Are you aware of who played the role of sexy nurse in the original Fantastic Four movie?
The one at the start with Johnny?
I believe so. I don't.
Oh, not off the top. I can picture the scene.
I'll tell you who it was. Maria Menounos.
What? From the movie thing?
From before the trailers at the movies.
That's insane.
I know. I was so shocked.
What?
I was like,
I never
what?
knew that.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of fun
wild.
trivia for you. I should have saved that for trivia.
That's true.
Dang.
I do think we see the original Fantastic.
You think so?
I think, no doubt about it. I don't think we see anyone from Fantastic except Miles Teller if they're doing that.
Well, what if they bring back Michael B. Jordan?
They could. I really, you could say anybody, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Thomas Jane Punisher's on the table. Ben Affleck's Daredevil, I think, will be there. I think they'll give him a ton of money.
I don't think that they can fit all these people into a movie.
But I think even just a scene. I'm saying multiverses, the Flash when they did that infamous bit.
Oh yeah.
I think we get that, and it's a look through the multiverse.
I think Doomsday is just gonna be that.
I think yeah.
What do we think the plot?
But that would be kind of cool as a post-credit scene for Doomsday as we see Battleworld being created.
That would be cool.
And then they're setting up who's in the cast for Secret Wars. It's I feel like something like that makes.
I think Doomsday it's going to be X-Men versus Avengers. Are you in on that?
I think it's going to be X-Men or Avengers and Thunderbolts versus X-Men and Fantastic Four, or Avengers and Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts.
I've seen the theory that people think that the Fantastic Four 1/6 I get the MCU. I say they're going to the X-Men universe.
Yeah. I don't know.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
it'd be like the Marvel's post-credit scene.
I'm starting to think that they don't go anywhere.
Really?
That's kind of where
you think other universes go to that?
I think something like that. I think Reed, we see him trying to build the bridge kind of thing in the trailer.
Right.
I think he succeeds at that, and then meets somebody. I don't know who, and they're help. I don't know. Or they do a thing where it's He Who Remains, he separated the Fantastic Four because they were a threat, and now they're really part of the sacred timeline, but we have two worlds now. Something like that. Or they just are the X-Men universe. They are that, which is kind of cool.
And then a different X-Men universe or the Fox X-Men?
The Monica Rambeau, which I think they're just going to call the Fox.
You think that's a different X-Men universe? Or you think?
I think at this point we're just going to say it's all the same.
They're just going to say
it's such a mess anyway, and Deadpool and Wolverine made it even more of a mess because now Logan is in the same timeline, and we have all these things, all the branches are one, and so I think they're just going to be oh, Channing Tatum was here all along. He just got pruned and everyone forgot him, and just pretend it's one big thing.
Yeah.
And I think they could even do I think maybe Beast and Reed find out about the multiverse because I think Beast is looking into it now because Monica Rambeau's here, and then because how else do you get the Fantastic Four to be part of the incursion? I guess you just put them somewhere.
Yeah, if their world is getting eaten by Galactus.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Then they jump to the X-Men universe or something, and then, or the X-Men pull them into it.
Yeah, something like that.
Because Reed's the bridge isn't working because it has to be opened from the other side. And then the post-credit scene, Beast opens the other side.
Yeah, and maybe Doom already made it over there, and he's pissed.
Yeah,
something like that. It's definitely,
or it's a different Doom. It's a Iron Man Doom. I think it is going to be an Iron Man.
Yeah, I think so. And I think I texted you this the second they announced Tom Hiddleston. I saw exactly what they're going to do, and they're going to have it's going to be evil Iron Man, maybe superior Iron Man in the gray suit. He's going to track down Loki. He's going to drain all the power from him and become green, and that's how he's Dr. Doom.
Yeah, and I hate that so much, but that's going to be what it is.
That's so what they're going to do. But I'm really interested to see how the Fantastic Four tie into the.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways they could take it. I like the idea of this, Beast Earth being a thing. It's a whole fleshed out, what if the deal never, what if we always had Marvel in one Earth and it's all been built up together?
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
I like the theory of the Avengers and whatever have to fight the X-Men, and I saw some theory where they have to race to Loki since he's the god of stories now or whatever, so he's holding the time. So it's a race.
I think he's probably gonna pick the Avengers. That's those are his boys, his brothers.
But maybe they don't want to give him a choice.
That Thor Loki reunion is gonna. No matter how bad the movie is.
Thor was crying.
People are obsessed with that show.
I know. I don't get it. I was like, oh, it's
funny.
It's a throwaway joke.
And I do think they're going to do it. I think they're going to be.
Oh, yeah, they're obviously going to do it.
I think it's going to be Thor doesn't know Deadpool regenerates and he's upset because he's dying.
It was just a dumb gag.
Yeah, and now everyone is
watch it be he gets signed out of his Fortnite account and loses all his skins or something.
He hacked them.
Yeah.
I saw one cool idea that it was Deadpool saves Thor's daughter from a blast or something. And then he doesn't know. We're never seeing her again.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah, I'm excited. So filming starts in April. Sets are being built. Script not done. Awesome. Cast not finalized. Awesome.
Awesome to not have a final cast and not have, but they did that with No Way Home too.
Yeah, that's true. Andrew and Toby didn't sign on until the last second, and that's probably worse. Like, they could write around a character not showing up. Most characters, No Way Home without Toby and Andrew.
Every MCU character, and every Marvel character.
I think we hear more casting this weekend, or this week. It's not even close to the weekend. It's Monday morning.
You think at CinemaCon they
I think at CinemaCon we get at least a couple more. I think they bring someone out on stage, and then I think
Who do they bring out on stage? Robert Downey Jr.
to be like, here's who's coming,
and Pedro Pascal.
I think
maybe?
you save the big. Like, I think we have San Diego Comic-Con, which they were at last year after not being there for a couple of years, and then 2 months later we have D23. I think those are like big ones. They can't announce Spider-Man at Sony unless they just ask them that, because Tom Holland's been on stage for them before.
Right. I think they got to do another. I think the next Doomsday cast.
Yeah, I think Comic-Con
because that.
I think
that's like generated so much like excitement for the Robert Downey Jr. announcement, and that's a casting that people aren't even that excited.
Yeah. But in the moment, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Then you think about
it. If it's a thing of like,
and I think they bring them out, and that's what's exciting.
Right.
But I do think we get at least a couple more until then. Maybe the ones that aren't like. Tom Holland's very exciting, but everyone knows.
Yeah.
I would be so shocked if he.
Yeah, like I feel like the ones that we kind of are going to be in Doomsday or Secret Wars or both.
Yeah.
Not as exciting as
exactly.
Ian McKellen or Alan Cumming or Rebecca Romijn.
Yeah.
James Marsden.
I'm sure they had other chairs ready to go too, but the deals just weren't finalized.
Yeah.
Because it seems we're really like Brie Larson's another one. I would be shocked if you. The Marvels did really bad though. It's like one of the biggest flops in history.
Undeserved. In my opinion, you disagree.
I mean, I don't think it's...
You hate that because you said it was too woke.
Yeah, I just wish it was 3 dudes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't like it very much, but I don't think it's the worst ever.
Right.
I think it's probably one of the worst. But if we're saying like money equals how good it is, it definitely isn't the worst there is.
Which is how
it works.
The Disney CEO thinks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think we get Young Avengers. Apparently, the show is happening in 2026.
Oh, that apparently they're calling it like Champions,
which is a whole other team. But that's Miss Marvel's team, and I guess she's the leader, so maybe they branch off. Evangeline Lilly, I don't know.
I don't care if she comes back.
I don't really care. Who do you think is not coming back?
Well, this one's very devastating to me personally, but I would love it if he could come back.
Jonathan Majors.
No, he hasn't been back in a while. We haven't seen him.
I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
I don't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I do. You're going to say the benefactor Walton Goggins from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
All right, maybe you did know what I was going to say.
I can tell from the sheepish grin on your face that you were going to say Walton Goggins.
Let's bring him back. There's a deleted scene where he tells one of his goons, like, find out who that is.
Yeah, no, I'd like to see him back. I don't know if he needs to come in Avengers necessarily.
Yes.
Make him like the Power Broker or Sharon Carter. Make him something.
He should have been the damn power broker.
He should have been. I agree with that.
It's ridiculous, man. Sharon Carter's the power broker. That should be the god.
So that's who you want to come back, but you don't think will?
Yeah, if I could pick one person from the MCU to come back, I'd pick Walton Goggins. And I'd pick him to, like, kill Robert Downey Jr. and become Doom.
He saves the day.
Yeah.
I think Punisher...
he can come back and be like, I don't know, he can do something.
Yeah.
Give him anything to do.
Anything. Who do you think's not in it? Besides Walton Goggins. I mean, I don't think we see like Drax.
I don't know. Walton Goggins might be in it still. I don't want to rule him out.
You never know. Hey.
I think who's not in it for sure, I'm going to say Jonathan Majors, which is apparently a hot take.
That's a pretty safe
Some people think that he is going to be in it. They're I think they're going to have Jonathan Majors in there, and then Doom is going to kill Kang to open the movie.
I think they were hoping
There's no way
that.
Jonathan Majors is going to come back.
Well, I think they were hoping for that, and that's kind of he had a bit of a redemption pull a couple weeks ago with like Variety articles and magazine
then the
dreams.
audio came out.
Exactly, and it's like, but I think Disney would have been willing to get him. I mean,
I think it would be fun if they have Josh Brolin come back as Thanos.
I think I was expecting a Josh Brolin chair.
Yeah, do the thing where he
100%.
kills Thanos and the famous comic panel.
100%. I think we're getting that.
That would be awesome.
I also wouldn't be shocked if we get like a multiverse Thanos who's like the cosmic space ghost rider.
Sure.
Like we're just gonna throw.
I don't think Harry Styles is coming back.
Yeah, Eternal's probably not.
I don't think.
I could see maybe like
Gemma Chan.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not gonna get Angelina.
Yeah.
When no one really.
Do they get Icarus back?
They could get Icarus back. If anything, I think Gemma Chan.
Yeah, I think Gemma
maybe,
Chan.
Barry Keoghan and Makari.
No, maybe.
Makari's cool. I think she was like one of the fan favorites.
I feel like maybe King.
Oh, that's true. He was just in What If too, so they're keeping him alive.
Walton Goggins was in What If. I found that out the other day.
That's true.
I was like excited, but then I was like, dang, now I have to watch it. What If.
That is brutal.
Yeah. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So I guess he has been back kind of recently.
That's true. They're keeping him alive.
Oh, maybe he's coming back in Doomsday.
I think it's time.
Yeah. Oh, also I like the theory. A little bit off topic here, but still in Doomsday. I like the theory because in the Secret Wars 2015 run, where it's like Molecule Man is like related to every universe.
Spread it throughout every universe has one. Yeah.
He's like killing.
He's like the MacGuffin.
Yeah. I'll say this, have not finished the 9-hour comics explained video explaining the 2015 Secret Wars run. I think I'm like halfway through. I just got to when the comics say Secret Wars as the title. So that's on me. I'll try and finish that for next week. I'm not fully sure on how all of it works, but he kills Molecule Man or whatever.
He gains his
whatever. But I like the idea of instead it's going to open with like Doctor Doom hunting different beings of different universes. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. I think it makes sense too. And I mean, then you have to get
your fan service in, and it can like play into the
and maybe you kill off like a couple at the start. Like you have him. Maybe he gets like Reed Richards from Yoan Grufford. We'll go with that. He gets him. He kills him. And then, he kills a couple more people, and then he gets to, like, Hugh Jackman or Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, and you're like, oh, no, they're going to kill him. And then you see, like, someone help, and it's like, this is, the TVA pops in, and they're like, we're putting together the team. Right. And then you get, like, your Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Hugh Jackman, Wesley Snipes. Probably Nick Cage. I think we're
sick if he just kills Nick Cage right away.
It would be.
Then he kills,
I think they're going to do that with a couple. I don't think you kill off that.
That would be sick.
I don't think you kill him off unceremoniously. I wouldn't. You could.
No, not unceremoniously. You have like imagine if you sit down to watch Doomsday, right? This is you. You're Emmett.
That's me.
You're sitting down in the theater.
I'm Emmett.
You're so excited to watch this movie. It's opening day. You're in a packed theater. Everyone's excited. There's a buzz around. Andrew Garfield's not listed as part of the cast. The movie opens. Spider-Man is fighting Dr. Doom. And you're like, here we go. We're going to I Hate You 3000 moment off the rip. Because Tom Holland's announced is in the cast.
Obviously.
You think this is Tom Holland. Bam, mask comes off. It's Andrew Garfield.
So is he in the Tom Holland suit? Or do we just not get like a clear look?
You can't get a clear look when it opens.
Gotcha.
Then he's fighting Doom. And then, you find out it's Andrew Garfield. Everybody pops off. So you're like, Andrew Garfield's in this. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then Robert Downey Jr. kills him.
Oh, if they do it.
That would be an exciting opening.
Yeah, but I want to see them reunite. It would be exciting.
I mean, they can still reunite in Secret Wars and be like, I'm a different Andrew
Garfield. That's true. They could just. You could, I
mean, we already got them all united.
I think we do get that. I think you're right. I think we get Doctor Doom like hunting, and then eventually gets to Loki as the goal, probably.
Yeah.
Or something, because Loki. But I don't think you do the big ones. I'm trying to think of who you do though, like Miles Teller maybe, and then you can.
But is that exciting enough to start?
I think if it's a montage, you do Thanos, you do a multiverse Thanos, you do maybe you do a Kang in the suit so you don't see who it is.
Yeah.
Maybe you get I don't know who you get. One of the ones that people don't love that. Maybe the young X-Men. Maybe. Although they're supposed to be one timeline, but that's so beyond messed up.
What would be pretty exciting is
that would
played
be cool.
by Robert Downey Jr.
Tom Cruise, finally his chance.
Yes!
Finally going.
No, he's going to be in Doctor Strange 2, I swear.
It's so true. Doctor Strange.
Bro, look, you can tell that's clearly Tom Cruise.
That was the craziest one. That was genuinely so crazy. It's so clearly not a white dude. And everyone was like, what are you talking about? That's him. Also glowing like Captain Marvel. That one was ridiculous. Maybe you do. Ooh, this would get people mad, and I think rightfully so, but maybe he kills off like a Brie Larson. Because I think she might not really want to be. I wouldn't blame her for not wanting to be in the MCU.
Yeah.
But then you're kind of, I don't know. That's kind of sending a.
It would have to be like a different universe.
Yeah, I don't think
that could be a way you bring back Steve Rogers as well. You have him die to Doom,
Yeah, I was thinking that, but he would have to be old, which isn't that exciting.
You can make him a little bit older. It's an alternate universe Cap.
Oh, well,
have
it's
him
alternate
in a different
universe.
costume.
Yeah, if it's alternate universe.
And then you get Robert Downey Jr. fighting Chris Evans again. People like that.
They do. Yeah, they do.
They love Civil War. Not my girlfriend. She hates Civil War.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
I was talking about this last night because I was like, "How do you hate Civil War?" She's like, It's just so dumb. Why are they fighting?"
That's the whole point.
I'm like, I know. I get what she's saying though. She's like, they should just not do that.
They should just talk it out.
Yeah. She's like, it's so stupid. Like nobody thinks. I'm like, yeah, but that's why it's cool.
Oh, that's just brutal.
They're being dramatic.
They are a little dramatic. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I just want them to go around the universe killing different. That would be fun.
Yeah. I think I'm at the point now. I think Thunderbolts definitely ends with a Doom tease.
Yeah.
I don't know if I shouldn't say definitely.
I think it ends with a Doomsday.
I think that's what that's what I mean. Yeah. Like I think the incursion starts or something.
Right.
Because with them being such big players, I feel like it's going to be like Thor Ragnarok. You see the post-credit scene goes right into Infinity War. That's how I think we're kind of doing it with the Thunderbolts. Have to like hold something, maybe a Doombot or something. I don't think you start with bot, but you get a Doombot there, and then they have to hold it off while the Avengers assemble and they pull up. Then you get a cool scene where Bucky reunites with Cap.
Oh yeah.
Who's the most shocking person here? Why am I open?
Most shocking.
Yeah. Well, not shocking like Alan Cumming shocking, but like what? Like or disappointing, I guess. And I don't know how to describe this. Like for me, when I saw David Harbour, I was like, really? Like not even. I don't dislike David Harbour, but it's like we're doing Red Guardian as one of the big reveals.
Yeah.
Like Wyatt Russell had a similar thing.
I have one, but I think that you might.
Don't say.
What? Annie Ramirez.
Oh, I don't mind that as much. I thought you were gonna say Sebastian Stan.
Oh no, I love
that one. That was the first one that got me really excited.
I love Sebastian Stan.
And you thought he was gonna die in Thunderbolts. Technically, but
he could. This is a different Bucky. This is Winter Soldier Bucky. He's back to Winter Soldier for the 5th time.
They're not gonna. I also think that I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if David Harbour did die in Thunderbolts, and this is like a red herring. Like I don't think it's that crazy.
Maybe there's a flashback.
Yeah, Ghost was another shocking one. Yeah. Just like, okay. I like Ghost a lot, though. I think Ghost is cool.
I like Ghost. I just like all the Thunderbolts. Those are all my best friends. So I was happy when all of them got announced.
It's going to...
Oh, another one I was very excited when Winston Duke.
Oh, yeah, that was another...
I love that he's back.
Super... I hope they make him also be a Black Panther. I know you probably don't do two. Or maybe Multiverse Black Panther or something.
Yeah.
But I think it would be so cool to have Shuri be like a tech-based Black Panther. And then have Winston Duke be like the, super jacked, ridiculously strong Black Panther. Yeah. That's fun. Or you could be a multiverse, which I wouldn't mind.
Also, I'm confused with, Sentry being in it.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
I bet Doom's trying to get him.
Yeah. What if he kills him?
Well, I mean, there is concept art of someone chained up in, Doom's castle.
Ooh, he chained up Sentry.
Yeah, people were saying it was
suck
Bucky.
His powers off.
Well, I saw a really cool theory. I don't think this would happen, but that was weird. I saw a cool theory where it was like Doom's going to get, the timeline's going to break or something. Doom gets Sentry. The Void comes out, and he, makes the Void Alioth, the dragon thing in the...
Oh, in the Void?
Yeah,
of Loki?
in the, that's the Void all along or something.
Right.
I don't know if they really want to do all that, but I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
To do something like that.
I don't know. I was kind of meh on Doomsday before this.
Yeah.
So it's actually really embarrassing to say this out loud, but a 5.5-hour live stream of a bunch of chairs got me excited.
100%. I'm genuinely really excited for this, and
I'm like, oh my gosh, all these people that we kind of figured were gonna be in this are gonna be in this.
But knowing James Marsden for me, and Channing Tatum, Ian McKellen, it's come on.
Once Alan Cumming popped up, I was like, yep, I'm back.
That's great.
They got me.
They got
me back in.
A sick Nightcrawler sequence, fight scene with all of the X-Men. And they're giving them all the classic suits finally.
Yeah, James Marsden's going to be in those trunks.
Yeah. You know who I'm hoping? That's very possible. I just don't know if they're going to commit.
Who? I was waiting for you to say it.
I thought you were going to guess.
Oh, I can guess.
You don't have to guess.
Is it X-Men related?
Yeah, I think you're going to get it maybe.
Ooh. Psylocke?
No, but that'd be cool.
Olivia Munn back in?
That'd be cool.
If Olivia Munn does it, then you can get John Mulaney to
That's
play
Spider-Ham. That's true. Spider-Ham would be awesome. I want to see Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh,
do like a similar thing.
Mutant.
Do a similar thing with what I think they're doing with Channing Tatum, where they're just gonna act like he was always kind of there. Just make it so magic was always there.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's super popular after Rivals. So I still think we're getting Jeff the Landshark and Luna Snow.
You think so?
I think we're at least getting Jeff.
I think they're gonna wait to do that until after.
I think
because the Russo brothers have said that these movies, like they're like Infinity War and Endgame were an ending. Yeah, this is the beginning.
I think we see Jeff. I think Jeff and Deadpool are hanging out. Something like that. Luna Snow, maybe not, but I think we're gonna get Luna Snow. Oh well, she was in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man actually.
Oh,
quick cameo on a post. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for all this. I love slop. Give it to me. What do we have coming up? We have Daredevil, and then I think Ironheart in between. Well, Thunderbolts is first. Yeah, that's one for me.
Isn't that's in June, right?
Yeah.
So I think Thunderbolts is
next, and then after, like, we kind of just
Ironheart,
we have a lot.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and then we have
there's nothing till Doomsday.
Well, there's no movies. We have a lot of shows.
Blade is supposed to come out in February.
Yeah. They know.
What are they putting in that February movie slot? What?
Oh, I mean,
unless it's the Groot movie.
That's true.
Vin Diesel was right.
It'd be cool if we got like something. And there was a report that they were working on like a big animated theatrical movie. I'd love that. I don't think they're putting.
What if the movie?
Captain Carter, the movie. She'll be there. Can't wait for Birdie.
Oh my God, I forgot about her.
Storm, I was shocked Storm wasn't.
Yeah.
She'll be there.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if they're going to pay Halle Berry.
Well, I think they're going to have to I think they're going to have to choose between if they want Storm or Blade more. Wesley Snipes, although they don't have to be on set of the same.
Their beef there?
Yeah. I think he like beat her.
Ooh.
In really, like, I think he's a bad dude.
Oh no, I didn't know this.
I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna check before I start spreading.
It's a big claim to make.
It's a big claim
before to make. Looking it up.
So I think they maybe not. No dead air. Yeah, was in an abusive relationship with Wesley Snipes. So maybe I shouldn't have specifically said hit, but might be a safe bet.
Yeah,
safe bet. That's a crazy thing to say about someone in an abusive relationship. So yeah, they don't have to film in this. They don't even have to film in the same country. They'll do an Illuminati.
I mean, they already got Wesley Snipes in there.
Yeah,
we got it.
I think Jean Grey will be there too. Do you think they do Young X-Men?
I hope, because I like those.
I like them too.
I love First Class. First Class, I think is.
Yeah, First Class is great.
So good. I want James McAvoy back.
If that's what I was gonna say. If anything, I could see James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, but I don't think they get like.
I don't think Fassbender. James McAvoy might, because I don't know what that guy.
What's Fassbender? He's having fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he would do a cameo. I don't know. I don't know this fella.
It's true. You think we get any new characters here?
No.
Not one?
I hope not. You can't introduce a new character when you have this many people already in them.
I think we get
maybe Birdie
616 Silver Surfer.
Keith Stanfield.
Unless they do Julia Garner comes to us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But is Keith Stanfield going to be the main Silver Surfer? Because remember when Julia Garner was announced?
Yeah.
Silver Surfer, and he was like, I thought I was playing.
I feel like, I don't know if he'd necessarily, like, that could have been a bit because everyone wanted him.
Right.
Like a haha, but it could definitely be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we have to introduce some new character.
I don't think we have to. I think we have too many characters.
I don't know. We had like at least like a Black Order.
We've got 27 with more to come.
Yeah, but I feel like at least one.
Oh, does Carrie Coon come back?
Carrie Coon returns.
Yes.
Oh, are we doing TV corner?
We could do a quick TV corner.
Do a quick TV corner.
All right. Is that all we have to say about
Yeah,
Doomsday?
I mean, we could ramble forever. Yeah. I don't know if we're...
All right, that's enough rambling.
We double check to make sure no one got announced while we were doing that.
We've got plenty more time to ramble about Doomsday. The movie doesn't come a whole nother...
You got some time.
Yeah. So speaking of Carrie Coon, White Lotus.
Yes.
I don't know how I felt about the last episode.
Oh, fine. I'm glad you said that.
I was thinking about this all morning. I was like, I think I'm leaning more towards Emmett's side here.
Thank you.
It was a little bit of an underwhelming penultimate episode.
I agree. And you see, my expectations are kind of low. I liked the last week's episode.
Yeah,
which we didn't get to talk about, right? Because we didn't.
Yes.
So I liked last week's quite a bit. I was like, all right, maybe we're doing this. And I was hoping that that's kind of where we're like ramping it up. I didn't love. I thought I liked the 3 women fighting.
That was
fun. You know, Carrie Coon.
I liked everything Carrie Coon was doing.
Yeah, Carrie Coon was having fun. I like the Saxon Chelsea. I like Saxon weirdly enough.
Yeah,
you know?
Saxon redemption arc.
He's grown on me quite a bit.
There's the theory that it's like based on like the Buddha, because the Buddha like had one night of like crazy debauchery, and then he like reflected on that,
interesting.
and then he became the Buddha.
I mean, he is like learning meditation.
He's trying to become more.
It was such a nice scene with him and Chelsea too, until he had to ruin it.
Yeah, but I was on edge the whole time. I was like, Chelsea, do not do this.
Yeah,
you do not love this man.
Oh, you know when I was on edge, when Piper walked into Lachlan's room. I was like, when they were sitting on the bed together, she said, "I love you," and touched his leg.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way this guy's about to go 2 for 2 with his siblings.
I know. I was yelling, "Please put a shirt on, Lachlan.
Oh my God.
You're making me uncomfortable."
Yeah. I cannot try. Oh my God. What do you think about the Greg Saxon Chloe bit? You think that was real?
I do kind of believe.
I kind of believe it too. I thought he was going to blackmail him or something, but that seems kind of.
No, I believe that. I could see that. The Belinda thing, bro. Take that $100K.
No. Well, okay. The Belinda. I have a couple thoughts about the Belinda thing. I think it's weak.
It is very weak.
I think it's very weak. I think a lot of her decisions in the last episode with like her son, like why would you like? And also, $100,000 is crazy. Take more than that. You're going to start a spa with $100,000. You're not going to. Come on, you need more than that. She should at least go for $250,000.
No, I mean she could have bargained, but I mean also she got porn shy now, and he's like, we can start a spa together.
That's true.
He offered that before the $100K.
Yeah, that's true.
So the $100K could help.
I found the.
I mean, I'm taking $100,000 to do what I was doing anyway.
Yeah. What's also stopping her from taking it and then supporting him anyway?
Exactly.
That's right.
But also, like, how much of a connection did you, lady?
Yeah, her son was pissing me off. Mom, we have to go. We have to go talk to him.
Son was right there.
I'm hungry.
Well, you gotta eat.
And I found the Sam Rockwell stuff very sad.
I
thought it was really fun, the whole bit with.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite part of the episode.
Does Sam Rockwell come back for Doomsday? I hope. That's who I hope comes back.
Him and Walton Goggins together.
That's who I hope comes back.
That would be awesome. I found this. You know who doesn't come back? Amelia Clark. That's the one that I'm 100% willing to say. Anyway.
Anyone from that show.
Yeah, it's gone. Maybe even Don Cheadle's done after that show. Yeah. Maybe we just no. But I found the Sam Rockwell drinking again, and then immediately that was really sad. I thought
it was sad, but I was like, this kind of rocks.
No, it was fun, and that whole bit.
I enjoyed the Rick stuff this episode.
Me too. That's so his dad.
Yeah, I don't know. No doubt. I wish that he let him talk more.
Yeah, but the way he said the mom's name, like I feel like he
was
I
agree, but I thought we were about to get that revealed, and he just flipped them over.
Kind of a moron too. They know you're staying at the White Lotus. They have all
you're
your
staying
information.
At this guy's the guy owns the hotel.
Yeah, they have all of your info and everything.
And he's like, I'm gonna party this now. I'm not gonna go back and be like, Chelsea, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Same with Belinda. Get out of there.
These are the 2 worst con men in history.
Yeah.
They didn't do any research at all.
Not even a little bit. That was so funny.
It was awesome.
Sam Rockwell just having to think. And Walton Goggins is just like this, not even helping
at all. Staring the guy down.
Yeah. Oh, so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need next week's to be huge.
But it looks like a lot's going down next week.
I wonder.
I think Tim Ratliff's killing his whole family.
I think he's gonna try because did you see the next week thing?
Yeah.
So they show the blender, and I've been saying that the poison is fruit in the blender, but I bet he does that, and then it's like the poison is like they have diarrhea or something. Yeah. Like he thinks that he's killing his family.
Well, and I'll say this: listening to a pod this morning, someone said that apparently, like, the way the poison in the fruit is or whatever, like you wouldn't be able to blend into a smoothie.
Oh, interesting.
Like it's a way of, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like something in the fruit, like you can't blend it.
Yeah.
Or you can blend it, like it might just break or something.
Interesting. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna kill his. He's
but it's
so
also
insane.
a TV show, so they might just be like, yeah, you can poison.
Yeah, that's true. I'm starting to like. We heard a lot of gunshots in the first episode. I wonder if the FBI just like raids to try and get either Tim or Greg or Gary or like.
That would be kind of sick.
I feel like that's kind of where we're going.
Also,
I also think though that like at the very end, the reveal is going to be that like he's fine, and like if he just put his phone away, nothing would have happened, and like
but like the shots in the thing, it's like one shot, a little bit of a pause,
another that's
shot,
true. It's not like
and then a pause, and then a bunch of shots.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how's that gonna work?
Yeah, I really don't know. I'm excited.
I'm happy that Guy Talk finally noticed the robbers.
Oh my God, yeah. Called that one.
Happened.
I was proud of myself for that one. It wasn't exactly a secret, but
yeah.
And I still think Mook's in on it.
I don't think Mook's in on it. I just think Mook is like, Guy Talk, you're actually a loser.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
He's like, he finally realized he's not going to be a bodyguard because he sucks at his job. And she's like, oh, I thought you were better than that.
Yeah, it's like, I thought you had more ambition.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, I didn't really love the guy talking mook stuff this week.
I think all of the like staff stuff I found so underwhelming.
I don't really care about any of the staff.
Including Belinda, like she's kind of staff.
Yeah, and the guy singing, Sebastian.
Oh, 2 seconds. It's actually pretty good. I thought he was going to bomb or something.
Yeah.
He's done nothing.
I mean, he does not hold anything to the last two.
No. That's how I feel about the whole season.
But really?
Yeah.
Before last episode, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I think season 2 is still my favorite, but I think season 3 is above season 1 still.
Oh, wow.
Now I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of close.
It's going to depend on next week.
Yeah, depends how they finish it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to rewatch the other two at some point, too, and kind of...
This was the first episode where I was like, yeah, maybe we did need one.
Yeah, I just feel like it's like the past couple episodes, it's like we're doing like a day and a half almost.
Yeah.
Like a night is stretched. Like we did a full day, a full night, and then like a little bit. I think 6 or 7 episodes. Yeah. But we are doing more stuff like, Rick's off in Bangkok. Like, it's not like the show hasn't expanded with the new runtime. It's just not moving.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to see how it ends, though.
Yeah,
it all rests on
exactly. If the slow burn ends up, if it's
I still had a good time watching the show. It's not like I'm like, the show was bad.
Yeah.
I think it just was a little slow.
The only time I was like 2 weeks ago, I think it was the last one we talked about.
Right.
And I was like, come on. But that was because I was frustrated because we did that fucking cruise over the course of like 3 episodes, and I just wanted to
they were on that boat a long time. Yeah. White Lotus. Pretty good. We'll see how it ends.
Yeah.
Is there any other TV shows that I'm watching?
We did Daredevil.
Oh, I started watching
The Studio. Oh, nice.
Yes.
The Studio's great. We'll do a quick studio bit and then we'll wrap it up.
The Studio is awesome. I love it a lot.
Studio's great. It's really fun. My parents are liking it, and I wasn't sure if they would because, I feel like so much of it is like for, people that are too into the movie world.
It's like, oh, that's Amy Pascal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, oh, they're doing a Greta Lee movie. Like, I don't think my parents would even know who Greta Lee is, but I think it works just as fine. It's just...
Love Greta Lee.
It's just more fun. That episode, Seth Rogen, oh my God, that was so
Episode 2,
funny.
I think. Episode 1, I really liked. I was like, all right, this is really good. I like this. Episode 2 was, like, incredible.
It was so funny, man.
And, like, the fact that they do the whole thing in a oneer.
Yeah.
And, like, did they time it in real... I don't know if they timed it in real life to the sunset, but if they did, that's insane.
That's a good point.
Because, like,
that's true.
The whole thing is, like, they're trying to get this oneer done during the sunset.
Yeah.
And when he drives up, it's light out. When he leaves, it's dark
that's
out. But
true.
I don't know if they just, like... they could have. Which they could have done.
That bit where she gets in the car's blocking the driveway. I was waiting for something like that. Oh my God! The bookend. He goes through the table.
It's so good.
Awesome. I'm so excited for more of this show.
Also, I like the PA. He's been in a couple things. He
looks familiar.
Yeah, he's always pretty good in stuff he's in.
He got him fired.
Yeah, and he's like, no, don't fire him. It's so good.
Everything with the Kool-Aid movie, I just think is so fun.
It's awesome.
So good.
I would watch the hell out of a Martin Scorsese Jonestown movie.
I genuinely really want it to happen.
I'd watch that, and I'd watch the Sarah Polley directed Greta Lee lesbian
romance
drama movie.
I genuinely want that Jonestown movie so bad. That sounds awesome.
Good. Apparently, there's a report though that's like a real thing that Martin Scorsese wants to make a Jonestown movie.
You see, that's what I was because it's an Apple TV show, and he's working with Apple TV a lot. I was like, is this kind of like maybe setting up something in the future? But he's doing that Disney. The Rock thing.
Yeah.
So, but in the future, he's got like 8 last movies lined up. He's like,
he's awesome, man.
He is. He's a great actor too. Yeah. I know he's in a lot of his movies, so you see him quite a bit acting. Yeah. Every time I see him acting, I'm like, God, that's good.
From Shark Tale.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, famous voice actor.
It's the TikToker.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's true. That famous TikToker's dad.
He was so good. Apparently, Ben Stiller was like in the background of like the party at the end of episode 1, where they tell Martin Scorsese that they bought his movie just to kill it.
Oh my God! Yeah. I did not know that.
I didn't catch it, but I've heard word on the street that he's in the background, which makes sense, I guess, because it's all Apple.
Yeah,
I guess that'd be why.
Love Apple, man.
Yeah,
I've become like they're one of my favorites.
They're killing it on the TV show.
They really are. They lost like $1 billion last year. A report came out.
They make trillions.
Dude, it's awesome. the world would be such a better place if we just were willing to lose money to make good stuff.
Yeah.
And they can afford it.
Yeah.
They're fine.
They're a $1 trillion company, and they're not going to go under because they made a couple shows.
Exactly. I think we've talked about this in the past, but like the thing I respect the most about Jeff Bezos is that he likes Lord of the Rings, and he's like, I'm willing to put $1 billion into the show.
What a nerd.
What a nerd.
What an
loser. Is that all we got?
That might be all we've got.
Might be all we got.
Yeah.
Nice 5-hour recording day.
Yeah. Not too much going on. Big week next week.
Big
with
week
Minecraft
next week.
movie.
Minecraft movie, all the CinemaCon stuff.
Oh, man.
Switch 2, I don't know if we'll really talk about the Switch 2
we
stuff.
talk about the Switch 2.
Yeah,
it might be coming out near my birthday, so I might have to buy it for myself for a birthday gift.
Yeah, that's fair. I've got the money ready to pre-order. It seems like pre-orders go live over the weekend next weekend.
Oh,
I'm going to be so
I thought it was going to be during the Switch thing.
That's what I thought. It could be. This is a report that came out from like Business Insider or something. Yeah. But I'm going to be so locked in. I'm so excited. Busiest week of my life coming up. I'm very excited. We'll have a lot to talk about next week.
So come back next week for the busy week.
Come back next week for a Minecraft movie. So much news.
So much news.
Too much news. Probably some other stuff.
Maybe some more Sergeant Rock updates.
Oh, hopefully.
Hopefully, if we're lucky.
Ooh, yeah. I bet that's one of the things Warner Bros. Talks about at CinemaCon.
Yeah. And you know what I hope gets announced at CinemaCon?
What?
Game Night 2.
Oh, obviously.
I just realized that I hadn't mentioned Game Night this episode.
That's smooth.
So I had
that was
to
a
fix
close
it.
one.
Yeah, I know.
Who distributed Game Night? Made Game Night.
Oh, goodness.
Universal? I feel like it's Universal.
I actually have no idea.
I feel like it's Universal. If so, they can.
Let's see.
Let's.
Who distributed Game Night?
Oh shit!
What?
A Spider-Man 4 poster has been spotted at CinemaCon, but it's not a real poster. It's a fan-made poster, but it's a placeholder.
Looks fake.
Yeah, well, it is, but
fake news.
I think it's happening.
I see who distributed this thing, man.
Like they have a whole wall for 2026 films.
I don't know what I was talking about.
Not to literally laugh at you.
I was way off.
I just feel like in the last, I mean, I could be wrong. It would be pretty funny, but it seems like, oh my God, you know what we didn't even mention?
What?
Well, it's not something that happened, but we're probably getting an Avatar this week.
For the one with.
No, well, we're probably getting 2 Avatar trailers this week. Fire and Ash is so exciting.
Apparently, it's a Warner Bros. Picture Game Night.
Oh, okay, so they're not doing that.
It grossed $117 million worldwide.
Pretty good. They could use that.
Where's Game Night 2?
They're not gonna. No, Warner Brothers can't afford.
Clemens was nominated for the Detroit Film Critics Society Award for Best Supporting Actor.
He should have gotten more.
He should have got more.
He deserved so much more. All right. Well, and I just sorry for that, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We appreciate you. We'll see you a little late next week, but we will be here. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, go watch Game Night.
Go watch Game Night. Thanks for being here.